Hello, what's going on, everyone? It's Dan here, guys. I want to welcome you to yet another live stream. Today, we are jumping into a special Christmas edition of the stream, and we are actually playing a game that came out last week, I believe on Monday. It is Christmas themed, naturally. It is also a mystery game. It's like a mystery walking simulator style game, you know, the kind of one that's heavy in story. And one of the coolest things about this is it was essentially a student project. So this is a game created by a student, and therefore, since it's not really made for financial reasons, it is actually free to play on Steam right now. So anybody can jump in and play this game. Now, it is obviously not the longest game in the world because of that. Hence why I was starting so late today. It is definitely a later start time for your boy, but at the same time, I feel like it's such a crazy period, and yeah, I've been exhausted these last few days, and things are catching up. So, and obviously the cold sucks too. I think the cold just like sucks the life out of everybody. So it's been so cold, man. So that doesn't help either. But this is a game with multiple endings. I don't know if you have to replay through the whole game to get the alternate endings per se. I guess we'll find out. But I do know that you could select the game via chapter, 4 chapters total. And I think the ending is only different based on a decision you make at the end of the game. So realistically, I think we could just reload the game and from our last save, or you know, at the bare minimum replay chapter 4 just so we can get the alternate ending. That's pretty much what I would imagine is what you have to do, but we'll see what happens either way. So picture it, just to give you a bit of an idea of what we're in for here. We are coming to our late grandfather's house, and he kind of has left like but there's the family's been disappearing. So it's like you have to kind of figure out what's going on with the family and what is grandpa hiding essentially. And there's some surrealistic, I guess, like imagery in this one. You know, there's moments where apparently a big part of not just trying to deduce what's going on, but also you have to like place post-it notes on certain objects that you deem important. Otherwise, they'll shapeshift and move around when you're not looking. So it adds to the layer of like, do you need to let these things move around to progress? Are there certain things you need to stay where they are? I think it'll become more apparent the more we play through it, but this game is getting an absolutely fantastic rating so far. It was I think in its first week, it was averaging, and I say averaging because I mean, I guess there's no other way of putting it. It was getting 100% positive rating on Steam for the first week. So I think someone came in and ruined that. It dropped to like 97, but still, that's an absolutely fantastic rating for a game of this caliber. So I'm interested to see where this one goes. Again, I don't think this one will be that long. I'll try and make it as long as possible. If I can even make this stream like 3 hours, I'd be a happy camper. But if I'm honest, from what I understand, most people are getting through this game in about 2 hours, I'd say. So an hour and a half to 2 hours. If you're bum rushing through everything, you'll probably take, like I said, around an hour and a half. But I like to stop, smell roses, read all the lore. I don't like to rush. I like to look at things, try and find everything, you know, that sort of thing. And obviously we are going for each ending. And yes, there are achievements for this game. They're not like overly complicated achievements either. So this is going to be one of those chill, casual games as we anticipate, you know, kind of prepping for Christmas. And yes, this game is very much a Christmas game too, because the house we're in is covered in Christmas memorabilia and, you know, decorations, and the music is set in the tone. It's very cozy, but it's also, I want it to be clear, this game is not meant to be like just a cozy, chill game. While it is, it's got some subject matter that might actually be sensitive, so I feel like it might hit home for a lot of people. Think of it, from what I understand, as think of it kind of like that one game that we played at the end of last year. Back then, it's going to be similar. I actually do believe it involves Alzheimer's as well. I don't even know if I said the name of the game yet. This is 12 Memory Lane. I'm sorry, I just realized I don't think I dropped the name of it. Like, it's relevant. It's not like a spoiler. Literally 12 Memory Lane. I'm sorry, I didn't even mention the game name. So 12 Memory Lane, and yeah, it should be interesting to say the least. Honestly, I looked everywhere really, and I didn't see this pop up last week under releases. I think because of the nature of it, because it's an indie title, you know, it's a project. It's one of those games that just kind of gets uploaded, you know, I think it was literally for like their assignment. I think this game was for their assignment, which I think is kind of pretty awesome. And we all get to kind of experience it and help grade it, so to speak. So student projects are always really cool because you know that they're trying to get into the industry, so they're putting their heart and soul into something. And usually they're like, you know, small, short, sweet games, but they just have a lot of love in them. You know what I mean? Especially if someone was made to do this sort of thing. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to it regardless. And yeah, I believe it is an Unreal 5 game though, so we'll see how it handles. It did auto default me to the very high setting. I bumped it up to ultra just because it's such a small game. I feel like it's even in Unreal 5, I don't think it's gonna be that bad for, you know, bloat or anything. So even then, like I said, I think it's only about a 2.5 gigabyte game, so it basically intelligently uses a small area to its advantage by shape-shifting or moving items and things like that. So yeah. So guys, welcome. I hope you had a great weekend. It's good to see you all, of course. I know it's weird because yesterday we were supposed to be back, but I spent the day recording all of my year-end videos that required me to be on camera. I've edited a couple, and a few of them are ready to go, and they'll be uploading over the course of the next little while. You know, you're gonna see them, you know, over the next few, either whether it be a few days, something you might see in like a week or whatever. But all the really big stuff requires me to take another couple editing days. I will make another video just to explain what I plan on doing, just like an update kind of a video quickly, just to be like what you can expect, because unfortunately year end is kind of weird because like it's not a consistent stream time. You know, I have to take days literally to edit these videos because they take all day to edit. There's just so much to do. So basically I'm going on Christmas break after this stream. I won't be here until next Monday or Tuesday, depending on what I decide to do, because on Tuesday or Monday, depending which one I want to do, is one of my editing days, and that's one of those days I'm going to be editing my top 5 best and worst games, and then I'll have to take another day off that week to edit the top 10 fan voted moments. And it's going to be weird because I have to coincide them with the December and January member streams. It's going to be crazy because that's what I do for those. I do early access ones, so you can expect probably 2 member streams in the course of 1 week as they cross over into the new year. It's going to be nuts. So just prepare yourself. There will be still content. I'm still posting videos. I'm posting shorts. But I need to go on a break. I basically prepped everything I can in anticipation, but been going hard over this last fourth quarter, so it's nice to kind of close the year off, or at least like this before Christmas, you know, with something like this, something chill, and just kind of, you know, one last like stream before Christmas hits, and then we pick things up a lot more in the new year. So we'll see what happens. But either way, I'm sorry, I'm rambling. I know I do kind of want to make this a longer stream as much as possible because I know it's going to be shorter. So forgive me. I'm actually not that upset over rambling. You know what I mean? So I appreciate you guys being here as well. So thank you for being here. Make sure you leave a like on the stream, and of course, make sure you say what's up in the chat so I do know you're with us today. Today's member goal is, honestly, I just threw it at 17. We're in the 16s now. I mean, we're at that phase. I knew we wouldn't, you know, it's been well over a month since we started getting crazy gifted, but I have, in honor of the final like stream before Christmas break, I have gone ahead and dropped the membership tier level. So essentially all gifted memberships are 50% off. So essentially every member is $1.99. So if you want to gift memberships, spread some cheer, I guess, whether you want to gift it to me or you want to gift it to someone else to be a member. I think it's more so gifting to other people just because, you know, it's such a lower tier, so it's not like it's a massive impact, but like at the same time, I like to, it's so fun to see what kind of numbers we can get. So if you want to get, you know, I guess it's more like a stocking stuffer, if you will, stocking stuffer for multiple people. So if you do want to gift some members today, you can do so with the link in the description. Join button below the stream. It's actually on my main channel page as well. I guess that's if you're joining, but if you do want to gift, I'm sorry, if you want to gift, click the $ icon next to chat. You'll get the drop down. If you are gifting, just remember you can do 1 to 50 in a single transaction, but ultimately you can gift as many as you want through multiple transactions. Okay, thank you guys, I appreciate it. As Angela kicks things off with a little 10 skis, appreciate you, thank you very much. I'll go ahead and update the goal. Oh, whoa, that is not the goal. What is that? Oh, I forgot I set the goal last night, my bad. Is that actually what we're at? Hold on, let me just check. Shoot, I'm sorry, I was kind of, what's funny is I got everything ready, but then you know how sometimes like everything's prepped and then you slow down and, you know, you kind of like restart. Yeah, okay. Actually, this is kind of a Satanist number. We can't really have 1666. I don't know if that's good. I don't know, man. Anyway, I'll go through chat as we kick that off. Thank you, Angela, and we'll say our hellos here. All right, what's up, Caleb? Hey there, John, Javel, Jay, thank you for being a member for the last 52 months, man. that blue diamond tier. What is that? 4 years, right? Over 4 years now. Appreciate that, man. What's up, Marth? Hey, Travis, Adam, and Sean. What's up, James and Mickey? What's up, Jake? Hey, Snap. Kaon, what's up? What's up, Dan? Thank you for 40 months as well. Appreciate that, bro. Appreciate that. Let's see where we're at. What's up, Teresa? Trom, what's up? What's up, Foxy? Gareth, what's up? Angela, of course, hello. Sam, what's up? How you doing? Man, I'm really dizzy this morning. What's up, Abdul? It's hard to read. Legit. It's hard to read. And there's Gwanlock dropping a soup as well.
Merry Christmas, Dan and everyone. Enjoy it.
Thanks, man. I definitely will. You as well. Appreciate you as always. Thank you, brother. Let's keep going here. Where are we at? Okay, I can now pin that again. There we go. I think we're good. I'll send a little heart that way. Excellent. What's up, Travis? How you doing? All right, well, let's go ahead and get started. I'm curious to see where we're going to go with this, and I'm curious to see how the mechanics are going to work for this one. But without any further ado, let's jump into not this yet.
Yo, been mad busy, but what it do, Dan Q?
What's up, Chris? Thank you so much for the 46 months. Appreciate you. We chilling, we grinding, ready for a break though, ready for a break. So anyway, now without any further ado, let's jump into 12 Memory Lane. Here we go. Okay, where's my... Okay, come on. There we go. I had to trick it. Apparently this is a game that requires you to use a controller. It's apparently really jank without it. So just keep that in mind.
The flaw of the human mind is that we can't quite unlearn what we know. Whatever happens in our life, our past always follows us like a shadow. The only thing we can do is let it burn and hope to live long enough to forget.
What are we doing? Oh, we're ripping up papers? Okay, memories of the residents, or stories of the residents of 12 Memory Lane do not destroy. Hold on a minute. If you're reading these words, it means you've managed to find my memoirs. My name is Henry, and this is my home. I used to live here with my family, but lately I have only my memories to keep me company. Recently, my home seems to have turned against me. Illusions torment me without respite. I can no longer trust what surrounds me. I wrote this journal in case I, too, were to disappear. I use it to gather what I can still be certain of. I rely on notes to separate reality from illusion, but too many doubts remain unsolved. If you finish the work, you should be able to trace it back to me. I'm Henri Villemaine. I wrote this notebook the 27th of February 2007. All right, so it's kind of giving you like a general concept of what you need to do. It's a little choppy, so I think I will drop it from Ultra. You know how it is. As you can see, everything changing. Wait. There we go. It's already better. It says it said 99 2 seconds ago. Right. When you're not looking, what did I just say? When you're not looking, things are changing. This said 1999 when we were in the menu. Now it says 2009. Today is March. No, it's not. Is it? Let's look away. What happens when we look away? Is it going to change dates? Yes. See? Today is May 24th, 99. You have to figure. So basically using. Now you got to remember, this game is at the heart of it is a mystery game. So we have to figure out actual things. And when we find the correct one, we put a post-it note on it. So that's kind of the thing we got to make a mention of. So what is the actual date? It can't be 99 because but then there's 1960. So that there's multiple dates. Oh God, I'm sorry. 1 sec. Just had to mute for that one. I apologize. Anyway, H and Harrington and Sons. This is your little tutorial. News channel 4. So all I can do really is change the dates. I wrote this notebook on February 2007. So realistically, All I can do, so based on the knowledge of that, it must be 2009. That's the only, because if he wrote that in 2007, it's not possible. So, man, Declan's dropping a ton. I wonder if I should just mute the alert box, because I think it's just going to be annoying. I'll just have to keep tabs. What is that one? 4 plus 10, so what are we at? That's 70, so 80? 1680? Plus another 20? So that's 17 right there, right? No, that's not right. What is that? Shit, I have no idea, man. There's too many memberships coming and I can't count it. Thank you, Dak. I appreciate you, man. I'll just let it run its course and then we'll figure it out afterwards. Anyways, Harrington and Sons. Oh, there's 3 options. V and Sons. Villemaine. We know his name is Villemaine, right? That's his last name. But, so that, based on that, I'm Henri Villemaine. So is it, so based on that information, I see, okay. Based on that information. So it's Villemaine and Sons, it's gotta be. Villemaine and Sons. So now you can deduce this, or what? Got those 2 right, alright. You finished the tutorial, congratulations. That's all that was. Now doors be shutting.
What we build is what will remain of us.
The weight of legacy.
My name and its legacy has always been my greatest duty. I have devoted my entire life to it, despite the sacrifices I've had to make to achieve it.
All right. All right, sorry guys. Thank you, Deckman, again, appreciate it. And I saw Chris got some super chats in there as well. Thank you, Chris. Appreciate it. For the moment, yeah. I'll let it just run, like I said, I'll let it run its course. I'll let it run its course before we do anything. Anyway. So I like the concept. So you have to look at things that are relevant. Oh, we have to go to the next page? Okay, here's legacy. What we build is what we leave behind. Upholding the family name has been my greatest duty, though it has come with its own sacrifices. I came across this drawing of the 2 of us as children. Even as children, my brother and I always shared a deep passion for architecture. No matter how often our father would say, a beautiful building is drawn symmetrical and without curves, we kept dreaming of whimsical castles and fantastical skyscrapers. When he left us, his will entrusted us with his company. Fred wanted to pursue his childhood dream and keep pushing his wild ideas on me. As for me, I wanted to honor our father's wishes to preserve his work. I had grown. I decided to settle things by having us each respond to a public tender separately. My proposal won by a landslide. A few months later, Fred gave up architecture for good. Okay, so yeah, you have to get the right thing or else it won't let you. So let's look around at items that might be relevant.
An unfinished model.
A model for a manor. What's up, Ian? Most likely Declan. I would assume Declan got you the gifty. So that's where we read the the stuff here. Always share deep passion. Beautiful building is drawn symmetrical and without curves. So something without curves, basically. So it should be. So that's got curves in it. The villa's pretty straight. That doesn't have curves either, though. Okay, so we can rule out the country house because it does have curvature on it. Lots of curves. How about this one? This one all. Oh no, there is curves on this one because look at the windows. So it's gotta be one with just straight. No, this one has curves too, technically. So the windows don't count. So we gotta find more information on that. That could be incorrect. All right, Arc Daily, the Architect. Arc Weekly. Arc Daily, Arc Review. Interesting. Did it say symmetrical? Let me look. Yes, symmetrical. I see. So it has to be balanced. So it probably is the okay. So this isn't symmetrical because it's 2 separate sides. This is symmetrical. It's balanced on each side. So it's probably the manor. That makes sense. I can barely read this. All right. Dear Kate, I would like to apologize for my behavior regarding the incident. I don't know what came over me, and I sincerely hope my words won't bring an end to the friendly relationship we had developed until now. I hope to see you again next Monday, Henry. So who's Kate? That somebody is changing. House cleaning schedule. Let's see if it changes again.
The dust on this coat. It must have stayed untouched for years.
She won't come anymore. I used to hunt on weekends. A lot of post-its. Do not use the fireplace. Grandpa. The house. Army brothers. So as you can see, there's a lot of post-it notes around because he's got... I mean, Henry had dementia. So he's putting post-its to remind himself. Fiction. And it's kind of like one of those situations where it's going to look kind of sad. A blueprint for a shop. Blueprint for the city hall. Blueprint for the bank. Music's cutting in and out a little bit. All right, actually, you know what I'll do? I'll bring this back. We'll see where we're at right now. Sorry, guys. It's like fading out and in. Or maybe that's intentional? Because he's like forgetting or something? He's like having memory drops? Oh, whoops. Remove that. Sorry. There we go. I could be wrong. I mean, that would be cool if that was... Oops. Jesus, I'm sorry. Definitely feeling a little off today. Very dizzy. Alright, so all we have is this. No matter how often... Even as children, my brother and I always shared... Okay. Symmetrical without curves. Fred wanted to pursue his childhood dream and keep pushing wild ideas. As for me, I wanted to preserve our father's wishes to preserve his work as I had grown. Fred gave up architecture for good. The public, hold on, it says public tender separately. My proposal won by a landslide. It's probably for City Hall, because if there's a proposal... The bank, I don't think makes sense. City Hall probably makes sense. And then this bit. 30 years of avant-garde design. Oh, that's how you read that. Okay, I see. So if we like read other options, it might say something else. 30 years of avant... Oh, is it always avant-garde designs? Man, he looks pretty jank there, doesn't he? Looking back on 30 years of exemplary career. These are two different men, aren't they? Yeah, they are. So, like, you have to figure out which one is his. Looking back on 30 years of example. So, I don't think this is him. That doesn't look right. Is there a photo we can see what he looks like? Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Because, yeah, City Hall public. What's this one?
These numbers don't look very promising. What happened to the company?
Okay, this keeps changing, obviously. Wait, Kate. That might be the accurate one, because we saw something about Kate, right? Regarding your weekly, to allow you to work... Oh, wait, now it's different. This is a different... Okay, this is different now. I'd like to apologize for my behavior regarding the incident. However, I have to inform you of a decision I made regarding your weekly schedule. Allow you to address the lapse of seriousness in your work. Starting next week, I propose that you come to work on Wednesdays in addition to your usual schedule to make up for lost time. So that would mean that this would be more than just Wednesday, you know?
Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays, Dan and everyone. Heart greetings from Jordan, Sam.
Sam, thank you, brother, for that super chat. I'm sorry, that seems like a large amount. If it's pink, I gotta look this shit up. Sorry. 1 second. I gotta get the realization here. Okay, come on. Type right. That's just about $100 Canadian. Holy shit. Okay, Sam, thank you so much, bro. Was it 90 something? 90 some dollars? That's crazy. Thank you, bro. That's so nice of you. Appreciate that. Merry Christmas to you as well. Make sure I give you a little heart for that one. Definitely. Thank you, man. Appreciate your sharing the love, the sugar, so to speak. Oh my God. Okay, I don't really know what... I mean, I'm confident in the blueprint for City Hall, but I'm not confident in this cover. He's not... Is he... Would you say he's avant-garde? I wouldn't say he's avant-garde. I think this is probably it. Because I don't think this is him. That doesn't look right at all. I don't feel like... I mean, I could be... Because they say two different things. There's two different things with two different images. So he's either avant-garde or not. I think it's probably this one. But I could be wrong. Hey there, Jared. I mean, what if I'm wrong? Does it say I'm wrong? I don't want to put something and be like, oh, that's actually incorrect, but every answer's right. I don't like that. So what's this about Fred giving up architecture for good? Yeah, one does have glasses. That's a good point. Oh, wait, Henry has glasses. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. Is this... So is this... Oh, I see. So it is the one with... That's a good point. That's a very good point. Yeah, yeah. So this is him, even though he looks weird. And so basically, now you have to figure out if he has glasses, which all architects do. And they all have the same black frame glasses, kind of like what I'm wearing. But I'm not an architect. I'm sorry. So realistically, you have to find out if any of these is... So did he make avant-garde designs? I don't think he did. I think it's this one. Just exemplary career. So I really... You got to see if... No. What are you doing? So I'm going to put down this for now. I got to find out more information about how long he's been an architect for. Right? Because is there anything to kind of give us an idea of when he started? Let's read this again. Is there any sort of... Yeah. Okay. So this looks like it was written by Henry's other son, and Fred is the one. So if that's Fred, his brother, and Henry's his dad, am I getting that right? Like, I don't know. I'm a little confused. You know, I'm going to take way longer than everybody else on this one. Maybe that's good. Maybe that's for the good. I think I might be correct in what I selected. Kitty. I need to get a stone kitty. Oh, yeah, 100%. It's a mystery observational game for sure. All right, I think I'm pretty confident in that, but I could be wrong as well. I just wish I could... Well, maybe there is a year thing, because if it's 2009... Oh, wait, let's look at when the magazine is printed. 2002 is the issue. December 2002. But is it... The thing is, we don't know if he's been at it for... Let's look at some degrees. Any sort of years we can read on the degrees? What a party, what a day. Is that the queen? Or Princess Diana? I mean, not the queen. Is that Di? Kind of looks like her. Sorry, I didn't mean to say queen. You gotta basically look at stats. Like, what year does this say? This doesn't say a schedule. But it's locking in on Kate now. Out of Donna Pezzle. Like, there's even detail on the hanger name. The brand, you know? Yeah, this one doesn't have a date on it either. Exactly, yeah. I'm not seeing any information on, man, look at those weird cobwebs. I'm not seeing any information on, is there like a, oh wait, hold on. Diploma. It's not, it doesn't say when he graduated, which would probably give me an idea how long he's been an architect for. I might just have to give it the beans. right, whatever, guys. Let's try and commit to that and see if that's correct. Yep, that was correct. I've been alone for several years. Florence, our housekeeper, has been coming multiple times a week since my teenage years. She was my oldest friend, always close to the family, but I ended up letting her go. One morning, I went down to my office and found my grandfather clock mysteriously broken. Seeing my grandfather's heirloom in that state filled me with rage. I thought Florence would value this house's history more than anyone else. She argued that she wasn't working at the time of the incident, but I didn't want to hear it. Looking back at the clock a few days later, I realized she was telling the truth. I wrote her a letter, but I don't think I ever sent it. Okay, so you need to go with the next item now, which is the clock. And we did see the note earlier.
The envelope has no stamp. The letter was never sent.
So this isn't bad. This message is in bad faith. This message is honest. This message is resentful. It's not for Kate. He sent Florence a letter, right? I'd like to apologize. I do feel it's important to point out a recent decline in the quality of your clean. Oh, wow, that is kind of shitty. So Henry was going to write that. All right, let's take a look at that. Let's take a look at that menu again. Florence, our housekeeper. Okay, I went down. So Florence. So really, you wrote her a letter, right? I wrote her a letter, but I don't think I ever sent it. But so yeah, so the only way the letter could work, it has to be this one because the other ones are addressed to Kate. So he never. But the address is the same. See that 63 Greystroke? So yeah, it's got to be bad faith. This one. That's probably why he didn't send it, because he's like, I apologize that it was you, that it was I blamed you, but I also think your work is shit right now. It's like, dude, what the helly? She comes twice a week. Does Florence? And then there's Kate. She comes once a week. Do we know? Hold on, let's just double check. Multiple times a week, but it doesn't say how many times a week. She wasn't working at the time of the incident. So Kate was working at the time of the incident, and that was on a Wednesday, right? Does it have a date on it? Let's take a look at the date on the clock. The clock is broken. The clock is intact. It looks like it does have a date on it. 15th? Is that what it's saying? Like, and the clock isn't working. You can tell it's broken. I mean, look at it. It's got glass shattered right here, so it's obviously broken. Naturally. So I'm pretty sure it wouldn't be this one, because if Kate works Wednesdays, it's probably this one. Right? So Kate probably broke it on this date, and this is probably the right answer. She comes twice a week. Yes, 11:15. That's correct. Yeah. So therefore, yeah, that's how you can negate her, because, I mean, but then there's this one where this is 10 o'clock. So this is when it would have broken in one of these windows. So I think we got to find the date of, or the day of the week. Wait, does it say? Let me look. One morning I went down. Okay, found it broken. She argued that she wasn't working. I didn't want to hear it. Looking back at the clock a few days later, I realized she was telling the truth. So therefore, he knew she was telling the truth. So there's no way she could have been working in the morning. So realistically, it must have been the Kate housekeeper on the Wednesday. So therefore, this has to be, she must come twice a week. That's my thought. So let's give that a go. See if we're correct. Yes. Discovered Henry's childhood and his relation with his brother. Okay. But I began to realize it was coming from the house. Just like you, I started finding clues hidden around the house. Strange sticky notes in my own handwriting, urging me to solve incomprehensible puzzles. I even came across other notebooks like this one, describing my life with terrifying precision. I've done a bit of digging, and I'm finally starting to understand. There's no way to protect this family heritage with my own memory as an enemy. I need to find my wife and children quickly. Do they know about what's eating away at me? If you're reading this notebook for the first time, check one box. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's sad. Look. He's able to do it, and he's forgetting that he's already read the notebook. And then as you see, it's getting worse and worse and worse, and he can barely even draw a straight square, even square with an X in it, and it gets all over the page. Coming from an architect, guys who sketch out designs constantly, just goes to show it. I don't know what any of that means per se. Don't go in there. Bad feelings.
You have a message.
Hey Henry, it's Fred. I don't know what time it is back home, but I was calling because Florence told me that you fired her. She said that you were acting paranoid. I wasn't there, so I don't want to get involved. Anyway, look, how's it going over there? How's retired life treating you? Nah, no more work. No more living up to Dad. Maybe you'll end up enjoying yourself for once. I mean, did you ever even like architecture? I miss us building things together, though, like when we were kids. That's why I stuck with architecture in the first place, you know? I feel like our father's death drove a wedge between us, but we didn't have to let it. I was even thinking of inviting you out here to meet, but after what happened last Christmas, I don't know anymore. Anyways, I hope you're doing okay. See you soon, maybe.
All right. 999. Well, I'm going to turn up their volume, I think. So I think the voice could use a boost. Everything else seems okay, though. Brother. Me. Wedding day 69. 69. Son or grandson. Doesn't actually know. Me? Like, he's actually forgetting who he is. I mean, you know it's 60s just based on them glasses. That's what I'm saying, man. That was, like, very era specific. Grandma, me. Again, he doesn't know. That's terrible. Fix the flush. Doesn't even know it's called a toilet. He just knows it's a flush. Interesting.
The last time I saw everyone was on Christmas Eve. The living room hasn't changed since then. I told Florence not to touch anything. My memories may betray me, but one thing is certain. That night I said something I shouldn't have said, and everyone left.
Sorry, guys, one sec. Ah, no. All right. Christmas Eve. Now we're getting in the vibes here, y'all. Next page. Last time I saw everyone was on Christmas. Oh, he read that already. All right. My family and I have an old tradition. Wherever life took us, we made sure everyone came home for Christmas Eve. We hadn't kept that tradition in the past few years, but that night everyone came. As always, Fred was late. I was surprised to see Charles show up. He found his way down the mountain after all. His apology postcard got there before him. We laughed when it came through the mail. I teased him again about when he introduced someone special to us. He just took a sip of wine and changed the subject. So we're trying to find the family tree. So we're trying to find children based on probably pictures and that sort of thing. Okay, well, let's do it. Okay, let's snoop around, see what we got. Oh, interesting. Even little details like this. Where the chair is on the left, or the couch on the left, couch on the right. Okay.
The tree is still there. It's been more than a year since that Christmas day.
Dear Santa, thank you for the present. I haven't seen you in so many years. Can you say hi to me next time? I miss you, Tom. That was changing. I saw that image changed. This changed too. Was it my fault? Is she still mad about Christmas? It was snowing. I remember the snow she left in the cold. Now is this the same thing? It might be. Like 2 years ago. 2 years or 3. I mean, 'tis a vibe, isn't it? We broke that night. It's like the red ribbon's not the gold. Case is still here. Should I open it? Chalk the Q. Imagine having to put like a reminder for that. That's crazy. Henry versus Charles. Elaine said too much. Oh, Elaine said too much testosterone in here. She wasn't wrong. No one to play with today. Still waiting for a rematch. Red is double, green is triple, I think. Don't aim for the wall. Mr. Villemaine, your blood pressure is in stage 2 hypertension, increasing stroke and heart disease risk. I'm starting you on medication, recommending diet and exercise changes. We'll monitor closely and adjust as needed. Dr. Hartwell. 5th January 07. Never built him that treehouse. Greenhouse key, ask Charles if he still comes. The gnomes keep moving. Are there gnomes out there? And are they moving?
I think Elaine knit these. She forgot to make one for herself.
Hold on. Logs in the basket outside. I don't remember standing there. So there he is. These must be all of his grandchildren. Okay, well that helps us. Okay, well now we know that the couch was on this side based on where they took the picture, because you can see the dartboard in the back. So that image gave us a little bit of an idea here. So this one is going to be to the left. That we know. Because they be sitting on that couch and on the floor and they went, ka-chow, picture. Okay, it's stuff like that. It's very observational.
I remember posing for this picture.
Oh.
Right here in this room.
Unless that's
Elaine
incorrect.
painted it, but true to form, she didn't include herself.
So which one is Elaine? Is Elaine the blonde? Because if Elaine's the blonde, then she's not in it. So we can deduce, I'm assuming Elaine is the blonde. So if we can go based on that, this should be the correct image. Right? Because the only one without the older, like there's just children. There's no way a children's going to do it. I could be wrong. Is there anything where that little girl is in it? She's in this one, but she's not in this one. So we got to figure out who Elaine is. I mean, I extremely doubt that the little girl is Elaine. So we'll see. It's definitely not this one. We can completely eliminate this one. But it could it's one of these two. I think it has to be one of these two. Most likely this one. Because I don't think it's going to be. Because yeah, okay, hold on. Let's go back and let's like do some crossing out. So you can cross this one out because we know that both the women are in there, both the girls are in there. And this one we don't know. This one I don't think well, it could be this one too. Again, it can be either one of these three. It's just not this one. Right, but we gotta. Is Elaine the wife? Oh, so if Elaine's the wife, she'd be older, correct? I thought Elaine might have been. Yeah. Sorry, I'm mixing that. Let's read this again. So yeah, so Henry's wife. So that's okay. So actually, I was incorrect. It might not be. I gotta find out the children. See that? There's the thing. So that's how you figure it out here. So based on how many families, so she won't be in any of those. So that might be incorrect. I'm just gonna remove my cross. Sorry, I misunderstood that. So she's not in any of them, and she won't be. Let's look at some information here. Can I play anything on here?
We used to huddle together in front of the television and watch family videos.
Lucy's school play, do not record over. Lucy's probably the little girl, I'd imagine. She's going in the drawer. TV guide in the drawer, maybe. Family videos, blue VHS. That's a good point, too. Yeah, we got to go back to that child drawing with the family, and then we can count how many people are in it. Couch feels too big now. Oh, look at that Windows 98. Windows. Now, that's a reminder. Lucy, Charles, Lucy, Charles. So we know that Charles is younger based on the years that, hold on, let's just zoom in. So these are their heights in 77 and 79. So naturally Lucy is the older sibling. So if Charles, why would it be Elaine? Oh, wait a minute. That's not true. It changes based on this. Henry and Kate and Henry, 2000. Oh, wow. There's actually a lot of levels to this. A lot more levels than I thought.
I remember asking Florence not to go into the dining room.
Okay. What do we got in here? So this will change the image completely. Hey Dad, sorry we can't drop by this year. Send love to my brother Charles. Charles, where is Charles from? Lives by the beach. Decided to celebrate Christmas with William this year. Maybe one day I'll be able to meet him. Lives in the mountains. Sorry, but it'll be tricky for me to come over for Christmas. Send love to my nephew. Lives by the hills. She was the best of us. You let her go. She was so vulnerable that you let her go. How could you so? What's with that picture? That's a fucked up one. Wait, be patient. It's loading. Don't press enter. Not yet. Password is 95. Tom's birthday. Oh, okay. Well, that gives us an idea right there. So so based on that, we got to look at these years. That's not going to work. Wait, is there a Tom height? No, this is different. That could be somebody else. So Tom's laughing in the hallway like, so Tom is a little bit younger than I am. So he's probably the grandson. So this is Tom here. We know that. So depending on what year it was, we don't know how old he would have been. So this could have been around, like, this looks like it was written by like a 5-year-old or so, five-ish. So that would be 2000. So I don't think those heights would work then. So therefore, I think based on that, oh wait, now it's a sword. Not anymore. So I think based on that, this must be not the 2000 heights. It's probably going to be, that wouldn't make sense. Like in 2000, because Tom would have been 5. So you think they'd be measuring him. Charles, Elaine. It's probably one of these two. Lucy Charles or Charles Elaine. These are both the same years, so 77, 79. And Charles is the firstborn, correct? Charles is the firstborn. So obviously that must be... Is that Charles in the painting right now with his wife? I think it might be. So I think Lucy is their daughter. But then you've got, like, what's this shit? What's the thing would that be the brother of Charles? Isn't that what's his name? Hold on. Isn't that Fred? Is that saying that's the brother? Is that the wife? No, because that would be the wife. So on the other side, Charles would be the wife. So I think that's, yeah, it's brother, sister. That'd be the sibling. So I think that would be Fred. So therefore, it sounds like they only have one child. So is there an image without... Jesus Christ. There's a lot here. So group sitting. This does make sense. Think about it. It's the older brother, the younger brother with a wife and a son. So is that Tom? Based on stats, it could be. So this little girl, I don't think that's it. I think this might actually be nixed. Because mom's not there either. So I think this is the one that's not right, because it's all dudes and a little girl. So I'm going to cross this one out. I don't think it's this one either, because there's no children here. It looks like it's the 2 brothers and a daughter. It's the 2 sons from Henry. There's like extra dudes in here, so I think that's incorrect too. I think it's gotta be one of these 2. I think it's this one, because based on that, there's no other son. So if we look at this, I think, so you got Henry and Elaine, who isn't in the picture. Oh wait, Fred. No, wait a minute. Frederick. Isn't Fred the son? Okay, now I'm confused. Hey, Jay. Okay, let's read the thing again. All right, my family and I have an old tradition, whatever. Okay. We hadn't kept that tradition the past few years. As always, Fred was late, so Fred was there. I was surprised to see Charles show up. He found his way down the mountain. Oh, there you go. Okay, well, that gives us that. Good thing I reread that. So this one is going to be, he's on the mountain. He lives in the mountain. So that's correct. Okay. Fred is out. Yes. So if Fred is our brother. But why is it next to Oh, wait, we are Henry. Sorry, we're playing as, what? All right, because we're not playing as Henry. We're playing in, or this is considered second person, right? Not third. This is second person. We are actually in the eyes of someone looking through the eyes of someone else, basically. That's a rare one. So we're kind of like reading because it's his diary. Sorry, that's what was tripping me up. I forgot because we're not playing as Henry because I think Henry be dead. So my bad. So Fred should be the old one. So Fred should be that guy next to him, his younger brother. Yes, that's correct. So that would be Fred. And this is obviously incorrect, this current situation. So I think, so there's the brother and this must be the son. And who was in the mountains? Who'd be in the mountains? Was that Fred who was in the mountains? The nephew, that's Charles. So this is, hey dad, I'm sorry. Okay. So this is his son Charles, and does he not have a child then? So then would this not be Charles and dear God. Yeah, there's a lot of, honestly, family trees drive me fucking mad. So Charles doesn't have children. So I think that's supposed to be Charles. So if Charles doesn't have children, but Charles made it. That's not Charles. Okay, he's got a beard. Let me look. Does he have a beard? He does. Sort of. He's got facial hair. So that must be, stop changing it. The guy with the suit, the green suit and the red tie, that's gotta be Charles. I think this is the only one it can be, but so is that okay? So that would mean, okay, so Henry, Fred, Charles, Lucy, and then his nephew, Tom. So I don't know if like, I was assuming they were partners, but I think they're siblings. So that's what trolled me out. So if we look at this, so yeah, that is what it is. So Charles, so the question mark, that's Charles's like partner, correct? Which is that, I don't know, but I think that's his daughter Lucy and her son Tom. Is Charles married? But to a guy though, right? Wasn't Charles with a dude? Is he married? And could you get married in the 90s? Like, I'm confused. Because it's showing this. But that could be wrong, right? Charles and William. But then no, maybe not, right? See, like there's different scenarios. He could be gay, he could be straight. You got to figure that shit out. So see, there's one here with a girl, but we do know that he lives in the mountains. That we know for a fact. So maybe he's not married. So I think they're just giving us all these scenarios. So again, this could be incorrect, this placement. This is pretty complex. So therefore, I think Lucy is the older sibling. So I think it is Charles and Lucy. Based on that would be his children. Because who's Elaine again? Is Elaine his wife? Let's look. Yes, so that can't be right. So that's already nixed. And it can't be this based on birth years. Henry, who's Henry? No, Henry and Kate. Henry, that's not it. Henry is him, so that's already nixed. So we already know the right answer. It's gotta be this. So that answers that question. So Lucy is Charles's older sister. So, and based on the fact that this was here, Lucy's school play, do not record over, but wouldn't that, because, So if Lucy was born in the 70s, they were both born in the 70s. She's probably, and we don't know when this takes place. We don't know actually. This is like, no, we do. He wrote this diary in 2007. So if this was written in 2007, the date is 2009. Oh my God, guys, it's too much. Okay, so that she would have been in this photo in 2007, or was it 2004? Either way, she would have been in her like mid to late 20s at that point. So she would have probably been like 26 to 30-ish, I don't know. So she would have a son who we know was born in 95. So yeah, that makes sense because he looks like he's probably like the son. So I'm going with this option. I think the only one it can be is this group setting. Dad with his brother, son, daughter, and her son. It's got to be that. All right. I've got all 4. Let's see if I'm right. Yeah. Oh, I'm wrong. One of them's wrong. Okay, which one is wrong then? Oh, you know what's wrong? I know it's wrong. I know it's wrong. Sorry, my bad. I forgot to switch it. That's on me. My bad. Sorry. Switch it. There you go. Now it's right. Try again. There we go. Sorry about that. Forgot to switch. They were took a picture by the TV, which is weird to me. Or they got the frame anyway. All right. As usual, we wanted to get the presents out of the way early, so we let little Tommy open his. He was overexcited and tore everything open in seconds before running off to play under the pool table. Okay, that's gonna be important. It's not time travel. It's investigation based on reading through the diary. We're trying to find the events of what happened to the family based on the journal of an old man who was suffering from dementia. So we basically have to piece together like things that we find in the house, because his stuff isn't like there's some stuff he knows for sure, but he's questioning others. So you basically have to look for constants and actual like evidence that is guaranteed to be correct. You know what I mean? Because some stuff that he is trying to figure out, like the journal writer, I don't know who we are in relation to the journal writer yet, but I think we might be a member of the family. So he was gifted a magic wand. I don't think... Hold on, let's read this again. I didn't finish reading, sorry. As Tom was playing with his new toy, I got hit on the head. So we know that it's not a bow and arrow. And because he's a boy, he wouldn't have gotten a magic wand. It's going to be the saber, okay? At that moment, I was sitting at my desk having a difficult conversation with Charles. I knew I should have closed the door. I wasn't hurt, but I wanted to teach Tom a lesson. I put on a bandage and took him with me to the doctor just to scare him a little. But the doctor's diagnosis took an unexpected turn. That's how I found out I was ill. Interesting. So it wasn't because of that. So this is... We know that this is... He was gifted a saber. That's the only thing that makes logical sense there. He wanted to be a princess. I doubt it. I haven't seen you so many years. Yeah, he says the same thing. He wanted to be an Indian. You can't say that anymore. I think he wanted to be a pirate. I mean, it's very possible that he could have been wanting to be a princess. No one said he wanted, like, you don't know, but let's just, we know that this is like the 2000s. So let's just go ahead and say that's not what happened. Okay, it was a little bit more. Oh, wait. This comes full circle. I see. So there must be something else in his office. So we went to go play. Oh, wow. What the helly? To be honest, I think the door is on the left. Because the feng shui doesn't work this way, does it? That's bad feng shui. So I don't know for sure, but I think that makes sense. But see how this door was like here? Hey, Sai, I'm good. How are you? All right, let's see. We did read this one. So what kind of diagnosis is it? It's got to be, well, it's mild. Imagine he's like, I'm sick. I've got asthma. Can you imagine being like, I'm terminal? Anyway, no, that can't be it. It's got to be the... Hold on. Alzheimer's. That's what it is. We know that for a fact that it's Alzheimer's. Early stage Alzheimer's. This isn't a diagnosis yet, but I strongly recommend a neurologist follow up. Please also inform a close family member. Consider bringing them next time. So it's something else. I'm going to go with that. I think that's the only thing it can be. What are the other... We're missing one thing that we haven't plopped. I think it's the door. So I'm going to go with the doors on the left because that's the only thing that makes sense. But there was something about... running off. He was overexcited and tore everything open a second before running off to play under the pool table. At that moment, I was sitting in my desk. Maybe it is on the right, though, if that's the case. Because he got hit on the head, but he was playing under the pool table. But technically, there's nothing stopping him from... Maybe it is on the right. Because if he's playing under the pool table, he would be sitting at his desk. But that just seems like really bad feng shui to me. He would have been sitting... But this is in direct shot of the pool table. So it's almost like maybe it was like this. Let's give it a try. The desk doesn't change positions. It's just where the door was. Having a difficult conversation with Charles. I mean, it makes way more sense to not have a door here, but at the same time, you can't really control the design of the house. You don't plop shit in here. This is a beautiful house, though, isn't it? Have fun cleaning it. Tell you what, let's just send it. Okay, two things are wrong. So, okay. Let's just go and switch this and see if that's gonna fix it. Oh, no, sorry. Actually, it was... Okay. So this was correct. So the door is on the right. So are we right about... Okay, so the door's on the right. So maybe he wanted to be a princess then. Hold the fucking phone. Because think about it, the only other thing out there... Okay, no. Oh, he got sniped. No, he did want to be an Indian. Sorry. Think about it. He was under the table, so he couldn't have hit him. So he probably sniped him with it. Okay. Yeah, he wasn't. He was under the table, so that's my bad. So this is correct. Because yeah, he would have had to have been in vision, so that's how we knew that. So that's gonna be correct. There you go. Okay. First thing I'm thinking, maybe he wanted to be a princess. I don't know. Oh man. Anyway. Oh wait, oh, when you get it solved, it actually reads something else. Even though the evening started smoothly, I remember the quiet tension beneath the laughter. It felt like a weight of unspoken things hung in the air, settling into an empty sea. Why didn't we get together for 6 years? I wonder if I even got to show the diagnosis to my family. Do they know I'm sick? Alright, next page. Right before dinner, a little miracle happened. It eased tension a bit. A few years earlier... Is he trying to write it out? Oh, I see. A few years earlier, when the kids started working, someone in the family insisted we get a pet. I eventually gave in. That thing truly hated us and we all hated it, but right back. It wouldn't let anyone touch it or even come near. A few weeks before Christmas, the pet managed to escape from the yard. I didn't understand why, but everyone suddenly got very worried. The kids put up missing posters, but the animal's name was too embarrassing to write on them. Maybe he caught the smell of dinner or heard our voices, but miraculously he slipped in through the front doors if nothing had happened. So he doesn't know what kind of animal it was. So we gotta try and deduce that, but where would that have been? Where would the evidence of that? Would that be in his office? Oh. Who's knocking on the door, bro? We're not turning this into a horror game, are we? It's Christmas, man. Silent night, deadly night. Stop knocking. I think they're trying to get you to investigate. Oh, this used to be a hallway. That's what I mean. He's remembering everything. All right. Tailshire Insurance. We have processed the request submitted by Henri Villemaine regarding the transfer of ownership for the insured cat registered. As of today, our records would reflect Mr. Charlie as a new policyholder. But that might not be right? That's a cat, but then there could be one like this. I'm delighted to let you know that Rocket is pregnant, and all initial indicators suggest good overall health. Recommend a follow-up appointment in 2 weeks for a checkup. Okay. But who's Rocket? Like, we don't. Like, it looks like a cat vet, but that doesn't mean anything. The picture doesn't mean anything. See, there's dog and cat on this one. Please find and close the deed for companion plot A17, which now holds your beloved bulldog. Aww. Encloses your maintenance agreement covering weekly care and seasonal floral placement in the first year. Aww. I don't like that. Don't even let me think of that. So there's either negative shit or positive shit. Do we know the name? It doesn't. It looks like it could be a cat or a dog, though, based on these. Because this looks like a cat. This one looks like a dog. This one doesn't say. But it does say Rocket. So is Rocket the name for sure? We're going to have to look at some more evidence. Ew. Trash pickup. He doesn't know, so he's just got a pile up. No pet door, no letterbox, no peephole. No, there would be a pet, there would be a like a pet door because the dog or the animal came in the front. So I don't think it's a rabbit. So I think it's, I can't read in that light. Hold on. Yeah, I know. I saw that. Oh, missing. Rocket the rabbit. It could be any of these things. Oh, look at you. So cute. Kate? It wouldn't be Kate. Have you seen our cat? Could be a cat. See, that doesn't... We don't know for sure yet. Can we soup around a little more?
Knowing how rowdy Tom can get, It's a miracle this vase was never knocked over.
Right. They didn't put the name on the poster. But they didn't put the name on the poster of the cat either. So no, that doesn't. Yeah, so it's not Rocket. That basically helps us deduce that it's not Rocket. And look at the dates here. Last seen November 2007. So the dates are all fudged up. Yeah, why? I don't think the bird is gone. Why would you call 999 for a lost bird? You would not. That's like, okay, you gotta remember that's the UK's emergency services, 911 basically. So like you would not. It's like, where's my bird? I found this missing bird. I found Kate. That can you imagine? They'd be like, bro. I mean, I'm sorry you lost your dog, but like, or your bird, but please don't call this. It's for emergencies only. Like that one's just too comical. So it's either the cat or the dog. They do not have a rabbit. But we already deduced that. It's either a cat or a dog. But they said it was a bulldog. Ah. This is a picture of a golden retriever. So remember the only dog one, but we don't know because we know Rocket is Rocket. We don't know the name yet. So we know that it could still be the dog. Or is it? No, it can't be the dog. It's got to be the cat then. It has to be the cat because they said it was your bulldog. But we don't know if... Hold on, let's go back to this. We don't know if, like, Rocket is pregnant. That could be... A dog could be fucking pregnant. Like, we don't know that. This doesn't give us any idea, but it also shows a cat on the image. So... What else we got? Oh. Bark Obama. Rocket. Pink Bull. Kate. Red Bull, Bark Obama. That's funny. Satan? Okay, if the cat's name is Satan, I can see why you wouldn't want to put that on a poster. But is it Rocket? I don't know, man. There's still not enough information. Literally every time we're like, oh, it's gotta be this. That looks more like a cat home to me. But then there's a bone, so that's a dog. But then you could switch this. See? So it's like, what is it? It's not a rabbit cage. It's probably... Okay, it's not a bird or a rabbit. It's a dog or a cat. We know that for sure. We need more information. Let's keep snooping around. Obviously, they want you to search a lot. Can we go upstairs? You gotta look for evidence of Anomalia. So now they're getting tougher. This is still only chapter 2, though. Keep that in mind.
Charles and I were always very competitive. He never
Right.
beat me in chess.
So we know the name isn't Rocket for sure, based on that fact. Fred. Are they religious, though? Do we know that?
Fred has been living abroad for decades. I bet his room is still packed with all his old stuff.
I'm gonna crank this. Seems like pretty quiet. Okay. Out of toilet paper. Why do bathrooms say WC? What does that mean? Like I've seen that before, but I know like I've been trying to like deduce that shit. Put the clock back in the office. Daughter's bedroom. This must be Lucy's. Wait, oh, whoa. Oh, we literally fast travel back to the entrance. See that? We're downstairs again. So if we go this way, we're back upstairs. So he can't, it's because he hasn't remembered it yet. He hasn't remembered what the house looks like. That's their way of keeping it contained. No, water closet. Oh, that's what that means. Like, I know it's the bathroom. I know that. Like, I'm just saying I didn't know what the WC actually stood for. Water closet makes a ton of sense. Ton of sense. Red one's for the oven. Okay, so all clocks are broken. See how it's got like an outline on that 12, so it must have been stuck there for a while. Fix the flush.
I swear I saw this door open just moments ago.
No, stop telling me that. I know what it means, guys. I know what the WC is a bathroom. I was just asking specifically what the WC stood for. Dan, it means washroom. The only person to actually answer that question was Angela, I think. Water closet. The first thing I said was I literally know it's a bathroom. I just don't know what WC means. Oh, it's a bathroom, Dan. It's a washroom. It's where you take a piss. God. People are gonna be commenting later. Dan, it's where you piss. Go piss, ho. Take a shit. It's where you shit and piss. Anyway. I mean, technically I could just keep guessing, but it's not as fun. Okay, so obviously, like I said, it could be the cat. It's the cat or the dog, but the only thing I see on... That's what I mean. I don't know. Oh, no. Hold the phone. We know it's not Rocket. Because Rocket was the bunny, so it can't be. But maybe it is. Transfer ownership of the cat. Let's read the notes again. Sometimes that helps. Kids started working someone in the family and since we get a pet. I eventually gave in. Wouldn't let anyone touch or even come near it. That seems cat-like to me if you get a bad cat. I'm not saying there's bad cats, but you know what I mean? If you get one that doesn't trust you. Pet managed to escape from the yard. I didn't understand why, but everyone got worried. Animal's name was too embarrassing to write on it. I mean, cat is crossed out. Maybe so. That's a good observation. Maybe it's a dog. Okay, you know what? I think let's try and let's give it a go. But that doesn't look like that's a big enough space for a big golden retriever to fit through. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's like... And the only thing that's here... This is one of them. I don't think it is. See, your beloved bulldog. I don't think they had a bulldog. I don't think it is. I think he just forgot. I think it is a cat because a dog wouldn't fit through there. And the only thing that mentions a dog on here is this. You know? Is this thing, and it's a bulldog and it passed away, but it didn't say anything about an animal passing away. It said it came back. And look at the year, 2001. I think it's this one. I think it's a cat. Let's look at the dates again. A few years earlier. I'm gonna go with a cat. I think it's Satan. I think it might be Satan the cat. I think that's the only thing that makes logical sense. Oh, oops. Because dogs don't really do that. Red, I think it's probably Satan, because that's a cat one. We know it's not Rocket, and we know it's not Kate. I think they called their cat Satan, which is a little fucked up if you ask me. I mean, sometimes you will get cats that are like, I guess, kind of haters, but they're not. I don't know. I haven't encountered many of them. It really just depends how they're brought up too. Some cats are feral and they're hard to bring around, but you can do it. It's possible to do with all of them. Yeah, I mean, they do. I mean, dogs use those, but you're telling me in the image, my point is that the golden retriever won't fit through this fucking door. The only options they have is this door. Only a cat's fitting through there or a small dog. I mean, obviously there's a letterbox. It's got to be this. I think I've got it right. Yes. There you go. So it was a cat and they called it Satan. That's crazy. They called the cat Satan. That and not only that, they got a bowl with his name on it that says Satan. Anyway. It's too embarrassing to write on them. Makes sense. Maybe he caught the smell of dinner or heard our voices. Miraculously, he slipped in. Because yeah, they said he. Oh, there you go. He slipped in. So that's how you know that it wasn't the pregnant cat or the whatever, because that's how you know it deduced it. That actually gave us the answer there because it said your like whatever your Rocket's pregnant. So you knew that if it's male, it can't be pregnant. So that completely erased it. So you have to really like deduce based on like what you're looking at with posters and then of course the journal. So you have to combine it all. Anyway. Tom was bouncing with joy and the kids were thrilled. It was like a family member had come back. And here I was thinking nobody liked that cat. Man, fuck you. As my cat comes in the door, she's like, what did you say? Not at all. You know we love you, kitty. Seriously, imagine being like, man, cats suck. And then you look at this thing. And you're like, I hate them. Look how mean it is. Like, no. Like, how? How do people hate these things? They're so adorable. You know what I mean? Like, I don't get it. Like, you'll see people like, oh, they make me so angry. And you look at a cat's face and it's just the most cute thing you've ever seen in your fucking life. Right? I would never call you Satan. You're way too sweet for that. You're sweet as candy. Hey, kitty, you want to pop squat? You can take a shit. She doesn't like to sit. She's very like, I have to move every 5 seconds. So it's not really the best. Oh, I don't need hair in my coffee. No, ma'am. Oh, here she comes again. Hi. You're so cute. Nobody liked that cat. Such bullshit. Such bullshit. Anyway. Oh, this one's missing a page or it's ripped. That's gonna be fun. All right. Wait, am I minimized or something? Where's my mouse? Why isn't it working? Where's my fucking mouse? That was weird. Okay, it wasn't working. Anyway. All right, dinner got off to a good start. Everyone took their seats around the table and we began sharing stories about our best moments together. Elaine brought out the dessert and the mood turned a little more somber as we talked about past Christmases. Damn, the kids looked at me like I was a criminal. I only spoke the obvious. No one here could pretend that things would end well or that we could help any longer. I protested, but they wouldn't listen. Fred even slammed his fist on the table. I said once more, this house has no place for strays. I don't understand how everything spiraled out of control so quickly. So they probably wanted to kick the cat out or something. So maybe it was bad back and then something happened with the cat, I think. Everyone fell silent. Charles stood up and left the house first. Without a word, Lucy followed him, pulling Tom by the hand all the way to her car, despite his protests and confusion. Fred grumbled something about catching a train and disappeared at dawn. He's been traveling more and more ever since Asia, the Middle East, Africa, anything to get as far away from home as possible. Lucy went back to competing. I saw her on the cover of a magazine, her face hidden behind the mask. Elaine stayed for a few days, locked away in her studio, painting strange pieces, even by her standards. After a week, Lucy came to get her, and they left without saying goodbye. Since that day, every time I head upstairs to my room, I walk beside the altars of my missing family members. Yikes. So now we're probably gonna have to deduce what the hell just happened. Oh god, now we got someone humming. Again, it's a little bit creepy. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's nice, it's beautiful, but it's creepy. Sounds like she's humming from Fred's room. Which is usually what people do when they miss their children. This is where you go piss, Dan. This is where you go piss. Dan. It's the bathroom. Okay? Figured you should know that. And then it goes back again anyway, so. Back again. Here's Charles. Oh no, here's the humming. Oh wow, that's clear as a whistle. I forgot about the spiral staircase. Henri and Elaine. Ah! Wait, what the helly? Was that? Wait, no, there is a spiral staircase. You know what? I want to attempt the spiral staircase. Hold on. Excuse me. See how everything's changing? Like, that'd be annoying. Oh, it won't even let me access it. Because memory's gone to shit. Okay, girl, who's crossfading? Dude's just scratching. It's very good. Hey, what's this? Frederick's painting. Fred doesn't paint. Frederick's plants. Isn't Fred the guy who... No, who travels? No, you know what I was gonna say? Lucy, when she said competing and I heard mask, the first thing I thought of was fencing. I just didn't say it. Sure, Dan. That's the only thing I could think of. I was like, competing, they seem like fencers. Oh, really? How much do you think we get for that stereo? Just kidding. So I gotta reread that and see who's writing. Elaine paints. Fred grumbled. He's been traveling. So his is the souvenir. So this is probably his right here. So we're going to go with that. What's this? The stairs are on the right. Stairs on the left. Oh, I don't actually know that. I mean, now can I go down them? No, see, it doesn't let me until I select. Fair. Oh no, there's humming going on. Don't you worry. Right here is Lucy, right? Charles, what's Charles doing? Is Charles planting? Charles stood up, left the house. There's nothing about Charles yet. See, it went from Fred to he's been traveling. So obviously he's adding to what Fred was saying. But I thought Fred would be a little old for traveling. But maybe it's gotta be Charles. I'm gonna go with Charles plants because that's the only thing that really realistically makes sense. Lucy's the one who's fencing. And Elaine's painting. So I think that makes sense. Is there only 4? There's still one more we have to select. Is this the master bedroom? Maybe. So, okay, we still don't know. So the other one is obviously choosing where the stairs are. Let's just take a look. Every time I head upstairs to my room, I walk beside the altars of my missing family members. So it's got to be on the left then, because if the stairs are on the left, either way, no matter where the stairs are, I feel like the stairs have to be on the left. Because if he goes up, but we don't know which staircase he's using. Is he using the spiral stair? Because he has to walk past it to his room, which is that way. So I think it's got to be on the left. I think realistically, the stairs got to be on the left. Let's take a look if I'm right. Yeah. Oh, I am wrong. So stairs are on the right? Unless that wasn't what was wrong. No, that's correct. I just said what I was thinking. How did it come to this? Alright, well that's chapter... Wait, what just happened? Oh, there you go. Shit. How did it come to this? With everyone gone, the only person I saw was Florence. Until I eventually let her go, then my memories began to fade. I still can't believe everyone walked away over a few words. I don't even remember why I said them. This house is no place for strays. Who was the stray? Why did everyone leave? And how is it that no one ever tried to reach out to me again? What really happened? I need to find the final piece of the puzzle before I forget again. Before I disappear. I've always been the one to uphold the legacy of our family ever since my father passed. I've done everything I could to live up to that responsibility. I guess I failed. All right.
You have a message.
Hey, Dad. It's Charles. I was calling today because, well, I'm getting married.
He is gay, isn't he?
Technically, it's a civil union, but for all intents and purposes, yeah. I don't think you'd want to come, so I won't ask, but I thought you'd want to know. I still remember what you told us that night. This house has no place
That makes
for
more
strays.
sense. That makes more sense.
That hurts. Yeah, that hurt. I didn't blame you for what happened. I mean, I feel like we were all partially responsible, but that just felt like you still didn't look back at your own failings. And I thought about it. This house has no place for strays, and well, I agree. So I decided to build a house that does that. And look, if you really want a seat at the table, you can, but you'd have to make amends with a lot of people before that. Anyways, take care of yourself, I guess.
Yeah. Well, so that did confirm it. So just because Charles liked to spend a lot of time in the mountains, that didn't mean that he wasn't gay. I just wanted to use the stairs once. This is a beautiful place. All right, chapter 3 now. Elaine's passions.
Elaine has always had a world of her own, both in painting and in music. I admire her talent, but sometimes she needs help staying grounded. I believe she worked on an important piece, but I can no longer remember what it was about.
Oh, I'm sorry. Is this important piece? All right, let's take a look. All right, next page. All right, Elaine's passions. Elaine has always had a world of her own, both in painting and in music. I admire her talent, but sometimes she needs help staying grounded. I believe she had worked on an important piece, but I can no longer remember what it was about. I keep thinking back to the first time I met her. Her parents had hired my internship supervisor to redesign their house. She was painting, and I finally mustered the courage to ask her about her work. I watched her paint for hours. She always drew inspiration from objects she found around the house, transforming each one into a unique painting. To her, everything had an hidden existence that she could set free. So now they're getting more challenging as we get to the chapters, so we have to take the meanings at face value or, you know, more metaphorical.
Elaine used to leave her workshop door open so I could hear her play.
So,
unfortunately, my office was too far away for me to hear properly.
So that's Henri's voice, but are we actually, like, I don't know. I think we need to play longer, obviously. That's surrealism right time. Painting of a chimera? Yikes. We'll have to read that again. Hold on. She was painting, okay, always drew inspiration from objects she found around the house. So that way we know for a fact this cannot be where, oh yeah, the chimera's just in the other room. No. I mean, she's got like the clocks and the chairs and things like that. I mean, she might, the thing is, she might have a book with like see, there's bottles in the back, cups. Is there a chimera? I don't know. For now, I'll put the nap time scene because it looks like there's a daybed there as well as a clock. So we'll have to look and see if we can find the clock. It's possibly not, you know. Oh, Jesus. Did we not? But she paints, but she also plays piano, no? Was this not a easel 2 seconds ago? Painting of a burrow.
Elaine enjoyed making her paintings dance under the light.
She uses candles or oil lamps. Again, we don't know all that yet. Let's find out more information. Watch the step. Yeah, whoever does step-ups, I would, if I got, like, when I get old and there's step-ups, I will guarantee that'll be my demise. Tripping on one of these. Because every time I see these, I almost always trip on them. It's a death sentence for your boy. Favorite book or jewel? She seems more to be like a book person. Look at these little reading nooks. I don't know.
This record player. It might just be the best present I ever bought her.
It's coming back, huh? They be coming back. Shaka Khan, as they say. They say that. They do. All right, it looks like a metal for first, even though it looks like a bronze. I like that kind of style. I feel like if you do that, like, I know like that's very musical, but if you do that with like, I don't know, for your, if you throw like small ones in your kitchen for various like, or like at a bar, like various drinks in this style, or movie titles, like movie posters in this style, like, you know, modern, or, you know what I mean? Like, I think that could be a really cool piece. All right, what's this?
Elaine could go days with paint on her hands. Not exactly what I'd call refined, but she didn't seem to mind.
Hey guys. Okay, so she had paint on her hand. So I don't think it'd be a piano, but she did play piano? How come it won't let me select it? Maybe it will. Yeah, this one has a lot of images, man, so that I have to make. So I could be wrong about a few things. Let's take a look at this one.
I'm mixing up all of her paintings. I don't know which ones I've seen before.
That's creepy. But that'll tell me if she did this painting, that would mean she likes candles, but there's no guarantee that she does like the candles. This one gives you the least hints. She always drew inspiration from objects. So if I go search elsewhere, hidden existence, I think it's probably the candle myself. I think this one will be the burrow. See how there's like scissors, but then there's an oil lamp there. So it's like, is it an oil? What's in this one? This one doesn't have anything. I don't think it's this, personally. But maybe we could snoop around a little bit at some other things and take a look at some of her paintings that aren't shifting in the house. clipper ship over here. Like, everyone draws a goddamn clipper ship. The Epic of the Wheat. Queen of Hearts. It's just painting gear, but it doesn't show any paints. But then you get very contrasting painting styles. So it's almost like this, she didn't paint this one, you know?
This used to be my parents' bedroom. After they died and my brother left, Elaine and I made it ours.
Oh, God. Again, this is confusing me. I don't know if I could ever stay in my parent. Like, if I, like, my parents gave me their house, I don't know if I could, you know what I mean? It's just kind of weird. It's like, yeah, go ahead. Ouch. No, I think we're Fred, because it said Elaine and I made it ours. So it's like he's speaking like you're Henry. So I think it's speaking through Henry, but I don't think we're playing as Henry. I just don't. Maybe we are. Maybe we're playing as Henry. But again, it could be second. It could be second person where you're reading through the thoughts of Henry based on his journal. But if we're playing as him and he's literally forgot everything about it, like, that would be kind of sad, like I said. So anyways, I don't think any of the answers for this chapter are going to be down here. I thought maybe they would, but I was just trying to look for stuff that made sense. I don't like guessing. Hold on. You'd think if she liked to paint by like candlelight and stuff, the thing is they've taken away everything. There's got to be something that's a constant, which will then feed into the clues for the next little bit. You know what I'm saying? So, oh, what do we have here?
Why is this bookshelf empty?
I'm not sure. Okay, let's just go back to the studio. Meet me at the studio. See, now it's an easel, so that one I can't seem to control. Okay, so based on that, let's go to this one again and switch it. Because she either likes the candlelight. Is that what is that, a fishbowl? I'm just trying to think about. Did they? She was painting, finally mustered the courage to ask her. Yeah, I'm thinking that this is probably oh wait, what just happened? Oh, controller disconnected. Sorry, 1 second. There we go. Oh, did it do it again? What's happening? What's with the lag? Stop. Stop, sir. What the hell? Are we done? Anyway, so they got weird. Let's take a look then. I admire her telling him sometimes you need help staying grounded. I don't think it says anything about that. Not yet, anyway. So things around the house. Let's try and look for this. Is there a key? Is there a knife? Is there an old phone? You know what I mean? We gotta look for these things, but if there's nothing around, we don't actually really know. You know what I mean? Like, it could be, or did she oil lamp? Wife. There's a piano. So that's a picture of her playing the piano. It doesn't look like this is where the piano was, and it's not even the same kind of piano. Right? Yeah, that's a different piano, for sure. So therefore, this is probably the studio. So I do think that's where it's gonna be. Was it leaving? Where did she talk about leaving him? Oh, maybe it's over here. Oh, yeah. Elaine stayed for a few days. Locked away in her studio painting strange pieces. Right. Even by her standards, after a week, Lucy came to get her and they left. Okay. Yeah, okay. Sorry. Oh my god. Oh my god, I can't type. Okay, whatever. So I'm gonna have to make some guesses, I guess. Like I said, since there's so many of them and they all are things that you have to look for, but they ping off of each other, right? So I think they are kind of crazy, but like, see this one, it doesn't tell you which ones are correct and which ones are not. You can deduce it. You can. Oh, wait. See, there's a clock here. Or is there a vase? Oh, shit. Okay. This one does have a clock in the painting. Is there a vase in here? No, but I think there's a vase on another one of these options. Right? Isn't there a vase somewhere? Maybe there isn't, actually. So maybe if there's a clock, that means that answers that one. Is there a vase in here? There's a vase here. So it is one of the two. She's either seen one of the two, but I think... So depending what was gifted... Oh, this is actually kind of hard. So she either... So that'll determine stuff. Depending what was gifted, she either drew the clock here, or she drew stuff like this, and it started getting weird, because there is a book. Like, what if it is a chimera, then it would be this, right? Which would then lead to this, right? Which matches the vase, which also means that it's not a candle, which would mean it's an oil painting. So that's probably this, and that would be that. Is there anything else I haven't selected? Let's check this. She loves oil lamps. Let's just try some shit. And therefore, this would be a book. This would be a book because she had the book in there. There's still something else we haven't selected. We're gonna have to try and plot more stuff. I don't know what else I can say. We got the chimera. We'll know if we're right or wrong based on that, but I still need to find that last... What's the last item? It would be in here, no? We got the book. I don't think it's the piano. I don't think it is. I think it's the easel. We got that. And there's still one more. Oh, wait, is it this one? No. Oh, now it's second place. See how that's different? Yeah, apparently not. Sound just went. There you go. Bring it back. Addresses notebook. Have I selected this one yet? Oh, I didn't select it. I'm sorry. That's why. All right, let's see if I'm correct. I think I'm wrong in something. Oh my god, I'm 100% right. Get the fuck out of here. So the one on the table makes sense because it's more like the things she writes about around her, and then the other ones are more crazy, right? So that does make sense. Man, first try, let's go. That's what I mean. We had to make a decision based on that. So, like, you know what I mean? We had to figure out which one if it was a vase or a clock. And I think the really thing was the crazy stuff she was drawing, which was the chimera. But there was a, what was it? There was a book in its mouth or in its hand or whatever. And there were, like, bottles around that matched it. So then we just pinged off of that and they all were in a sequence. So that makes sense. Anyway. Mes amis attendent fascinés par ces peintures. Je ne pouvais détourner mon regard de la peinture. The next day I would invite her to dinner. Beautiful. Okay, when Elaine moved into the house, I remember she insisted that the tea room be turned into her studio. I didn't understand why she was so determined to set up her things here, but I agreed to hire movers to do everything. To make some space, I asked her to sort through the bigger furniture. It was impossible to keep the piano and the easel. Instead of taking the furniture apart, these amateurs dragged a piece from the hallway all the way to the platform, leaving marks on the floor on my grandmother's carpet. Okay. All right, so now we gotta go to the where it was dragged. Does this have marks on it? Yeah, I see it.
Poor carpet. I remember spending hours trying to clean it, but it didn't work.
That's a shame. First marking, second markings, third. Oh, so it's an order. So where... okay. So impossible to keep the piano and the easel, but this keeps bumping. So where was the easel and the piano? I think she kept her easel. Because like I said, look at the picture. It doesn't match. Or does it? Because look at the piano. That doesn't look like the same piano. It looks like one of those rectangular pianos, not a grand piano. Do you know what I mean? I mean, maybe I'm wrong. Let's take a look at that. Could just be the angle, though. I don't think it's the same piano, though. Yeah, because look where the music piece goes. It's on the flat surface. Whereas this one's leaning up against the main banks of it. So yeah, no, she kept her easel. She kept the easel. That's the only thing that realistically makes sense, because she kept painting, right? So she kept painting, so obviously she moved in. That makes way more sense. Yeah, that should be the first question. Okay, anyways, let's read some more. Possible to keep the piano. Instead of taking the furniture apart, these amateurs dragged a piece from the hallway all the way to the platform. On the floor of my okay, where else can we mark? Let's look around for marks. So there's this one, and there's this here. Double door or a single door? Oh, interesting. I feel like this would be a double door into a studio, no? Why wouldn't you put it on dollies or something? Like, there's other ways. Seems like a new move. They literally have people who move pianos. Like, there's like piano movers. There's specialists. So you'd think you'd hire a specialist, but I don't know. Maybe she's very artistic. She does everything, hey? She plays she can play guitar, she can play piano, she can paint. It's nice to see when the arts are actually put into good use. Yeah, no, I don't know. I mean, this piano, I think she still plays the piano, but she didn't keep her grand piano. I think she had the smaller piano elsewhere. I know what you mean, but it's aww. It's calico. It's cute. It's very cute. I think they're the first markings. I don't know what I gotta find what else to say though. Oh, there's only 3. Oh, there's only 3 of them. I see. Instead of taking the furniture apart, these amateurs dragged a piece from the hallway all the way to the platform. But hallway from the hallway to the platform. Isn't it? Doesn't that mean that's from here? So from the hallway to the platform would be here, wouldn't it? So wouldn't that mean she kept the piano then? Interesting, because I don't think the easel would make those kind of marks. What do we think? They dragged it. I mean, that sumbitch is on wheels. So let's switch to the piano for a minute. Let's see where the legs are apart. Yeah, they're very broad. That's a good point. The painting in progress is lying on the table. So maybe she didn't keep the easel and she just painted on the table. But how do you paint on it? I don't buy that. How can you not keep an easel, bro? Just put the easel somewhere else. Like, get a smaller workstation. Oh, good point. Yeah. Let's read back. When she moved out. All right, let's see. Elaine stayed for a few days, locked away in her studio, painting strange, but that doesn't mean that she didn't take the easel. Yeah, there's nothing there. So, with that in mind, Elaine had always had a world of her own, both in paint. So she did music just as much as she painted, so it really could go either way. I just don't see how you create drag marks with an item like the piano, or sorry, with like the easel, because it's on wheels. right? So that you wouldn't drag, like, look at the easel, it's on wheels. So I don't buy that. So I think it is the piano. And this is when it was moved in. So if it was moved in... No, I think they meant like when she moved in, because the story is talking about like how he courted her, right? So it's saying like when Elaine moved into the house, she insisted the tea room be turned into a studio. I mean, who needs a tea room? Studio makes way more sense. She was so determined to set up things. To make space, asked her to sort through the bigger furniture. So she probably kept her easel somewhere in the house, just maybe not here. So I just don't know where the other markings are, because I know that there's one on the carpet, but I have to find a third option to select. And I just want to see what that is first before I make my decision. Because they said they dragged it from the hallway, and let's be honest, this is the hallway. Right? This would be considered the hallway, even though it's more of a atrium, I guess. I don't know where the other option... I think it's in the studio, because this is still chapter 3, so each area is focused on one spot. Makes me wonder what's over here, because... Oh. Yeah, see, this spawns us back downstairs, so you know it's not actually accurate. Yeah, that was something I saw, too. I wonder if they met in France. Or she is French, and he is English, and then... I don't know. Yeah, I've seen that a couple of times, but they are in the UK. I do know that for sure. I just gotta find the other markings, guys. I think, or the other selection. Because we know there's the carpet. I think this is, because they said this, I think it's the second markings. Dragged a piece from the hallway all the way to the plot, leaving marks. But what does that mean by second? I don't really understand that. Second markings, first markings. So I think hallway 2 here. Oh. Based on where it was dragged. I see. Oh, see? Can we don't actually... Oh, I see. So it depends on the legs. Oh, it's not saying what order they were marked. It's like which set of markings were they dragged. Can we look in the image then? Oh. Dude, it's totally the piano. Look at the drag marks. You got the 2 legs on the side. And then you got the one that sticks out that far. So it's... Oh, I see. I was misunderstanding this. So it's definitely... this one. It's got to be that marking. Because see how there's 2 there and then 1 on the end? So the piano does stretch that far. You got the 2 there. And then you've got... Yeah, with that little bench thing sticking out or whatever. The tuners. But it seems kind of broad. Let me go back to the easel. Let me just compare sides with the easel. Let's take a look. Because that would be, and the thing is, there's one that's, the marks stick way far out in the front. So there would just be square marks. So that's how you know it's not the easel. It's got to be the piano. Okay, where's the other option though? That's the only thing we haven't found yet, guys, is like, what's the other thing for this? Like, see, like right here, there's one more empty space. Grandmother's carpet. I have yet to see. Oh, no, that's the book. Yeah, I don't see how it would. Where's the other thing? This? Oh. Right, the door. It's probably the... It's probably not a single door. I don't see how you get a piano in here. Considering... Oh, because of the marks, they definitely wheeled it in. But how would they get it past the hallway, though? It wouldn't fit in the hall. No, it would if you... Fuck it, let's just say double door. The worst case scenario, we're wrong. Then we just switch it. I don't see how you would... Because, yeah, it looks like they wheeled it in. Like that. I don't know. You'd think you'd put it up on its side, though. I don't know if this is even going to be right. We'll try. Yep. I feel like we spent way more time on that than we needed to, but that's okay. I spent my evening calling them to get a refund for the damage they caused my family heirloom. I remember getting in a fight with her after she entered a local art contest. I thought we had agreed she'd put her passion aside to focus on raising the kids. Oh, come on, bro. Support your wife's dreams. I was surprised to learn she had taken up painting again, but decided to be the bigger man and attend the ceremony. Very old-fashioned way of thinking, isn't it? After getting out of that ambush, we went across the street to eat at the Red Lion. The atmosphere was good, even though she hadn't won first prize, so it is the second prize. Jokingly, I pointed out that she forgot to mention her husband in her thank you speech. Did I not say that first place ribbon looks like a bronze? Maybe it's third place. All right, so what else do we have? So it's the medal. We don't, I mean, it looked bronze when it first came in. See that? Like, see, that's apparently gold to them. That looks more gold than bronze. This looks bronze as shit, bro. Anyway. All right, we went across the street to eat at the Red Lion. The atmosphere was good, even though she hadn't won first prize. She forgot to mention her husband. Maybe she started to resent you, bro. Damn. What do we got here? Let's take a look.
Ah, I remember that exhibition.
Modern Arts Biennial. One big winner. Results announced. So, therefore, we know it's not this because there's only one winner. So, you gotta find ones with multiple winners. Right? Let's see. Big winner announced. That could be wrong. That might not mean anything. Oh, hold on a second. Okay, let's go back. Red Lion. Let's take a look. Okay, so we went across the street to eat the Red Lion. So it's either gonna be at the museum. So we gotta find one that's at the museum. Town Hall stage. So it's not. Where's the Town Hall stage? Oh, it could be Town Hall. That's possible. That is kind of across the street. So it could be this one. Let's take a look here. Museum of Modern Art. 3-winner podium. That might be it. I think it's an art festival at the... I don't think it's this one because of the fact it's not really across the street. You see what I mean? Like look where the Red Lion is. Town Hall's kind of like cornering. Museum is across the street, but it's on the back side of it. So I think it would be that one. But let's just read the other ones too. This one only had the one winner, so I think this one's completely out. What about this one? Top 3. It's the Hilltop Mall. It's top 3 prizes. Where's the mall? Not even close, so it can't be that one. So I think it's this art festival at the museum. And there's 3 winners, so we just gotta figure out what she won. The medal is blurred. The face is blurred. Nothing is blurred. So that could be her winning 3rd place. Or 2nd place. We don't know yet, bruh. I don't think she would have lost. I don't think she would have gotten 3rd place, but let's read some of these. Thank you so much to the jury for this wonderful recognition. I won't bore you. She didn't win though, so we know that. Thank you. Oh, let's read this a little bit better. Thank you so much to the jury for this wonderful recognition. I chose to paint the Chimera because it speaks to my recent struggle. So she did paint the Chimera. We know that's a fact. Speaks to my recent struggle to stay true to all parts of myself. I'm deeply grateful to Kate for her unwavering support through these years. You're the one who pulled me back onto the stage today. So let's look at the other one. If it mentions Henri, we know that's not the right speech. To you, Henri. She didn't mention him. So we know that's not it. Yeah. So to you, Henri, I dedicate neither esteem nor gratitude. You're the reason for my repeated absences in the conference. Yeah, so she started to resent him. It's the modest speech for sure. She just didn't mention him on purpose. So Kate was... Who was Kate? We saw like Kate's name has popped up a couple of times over this game. I'm just trying to recall. Because Lucy was the daughter, right? So Kate must be... It also hinted that Kate might have been an animal, but I think Kate might have been a colleague. Right? That's my thought. Okay, so let's just take a look. So I think Kate would have been in the photo with her. And this looks like a 3rd place. I think she got 2nd place. So I think this is her. I'm gonna go with that. I think she would have gotten 2nd place. Runner-up. Bronze just seems a little too... Because she had a speech regardless. So let's give that a whirl. Oh, I'm wrong about one thing. Hi, kitty. What do we think we're wrong about? Let's just switch this and see if we're wrong on 2 fronts. Yes. Okay, so that one was correct. So I'm wrong on just one front. I think it's either... I think it's got to be this. So let's try this. Maybe, no. Well, no. Maybe nothing is blurred. Why would she be in the photo? Maybe it's first place for her. Let's try that. Yeah. Oh, no, it's still wrong. So this one must still be wrong. Unless the metal is blurred. Let's say the metal is blurred. That's the only one that makes sense to me. Yep, there it is. I didn't understand why she got angry, so obviously one of them had to be correct. Elaine's passions have always worried me, and I often made sure she put family before any other pastime. Luckily, she seems to have calmed down in recent years. When she started winning more and more contests, I was thrilled to know that her efforts would finally bring something real into her life. Come on, bro. My investigation is getting stranger and stranger. I keep seeing a name appearing in the illusions as if someone had been erased from the story. Kate. Yeah, see, we didn't know who Kate was yet. Is she the missing piece I need to find my family? The last painting she finished doesn't look like what she usually paints. It makes me uneasy. If she always drew inspiration from furniture, then where does this golden cage come from? All right, whenever the phone rings. Second. All right, we're going into the final chapter now, guys, and we're probably going to find out who Kate is. I think Kate, yeah, that's what I'm thinking, is Kate is the one in the photo, the blonde. Because Kate, no, because Kate, yeah, because she was never in the photo, so I think that, I thought that was Lucy, but maybe it's not. I think that is Lucy. I think Kate might have been the one who won first place. That's my thought. But we don't know what medal she won, because it's blocked out. Maybe she won second. Maybe, oh, wait a minute. Nah, I don't know. Hold on a minute. Okay.
You have a message.
Hi, Henry. I'm calling to tell you we might come over with Lucy to pick up some of my stuff. I don't think it will take long. I didn't get to keep much when I moved in. Do we need to talk about what happened 2 years ago? Is there even something worth saving between us? I feel like I spent years painting and competing. And for what? To prove that it was worth it? That I wasn't wasting my time?
Misspelled wasting. That's waste.
I think that
like
we've
body
proven
part.
enough times that we don't understand each other. Of course, I wouldn't thank you when I won. Of course, I did it all alone. God,
Yeah, clearly his
I
wife
don't
was the
even
brunette in the
remember
photo.
What type of person I wanted to be before we met. Listen, I'll let Lucy tell you when we come over. I don't think talking will bring any good.
Well, that doesn't sound very good. Now the phone's gone. Oh, now the door is open. Okay, well, let's go in, see what happened. The locked room. Okay. Oops. Shit, I can't write for Dick. Okay. We read all this, right? The last painting she oh yeah, we read that. Wait, hold on a minute. Well, let me go back. Her name is everywhere. Every illusion bears her mark, and all the stories in the house lead back to her. Why does this name haunt me like this? Everything I'm searching for seems to be in this room, the one facing my office. Hold on, let's read that again. The last painting she finished doesn't look like what she usually paints. It makes me uneasy. If she always drew inspiration from furniture, then where does this golden cage come from? Obviously, whatever's in this locked room here. I started to understand the first time I stepped into her room. All those boxes and things left behind. Kate was my little sister. Ah, interesting. Okay, so her sister-in-law. She was much younger than me, and we were never very close, yet she lived with us in that room. She never really found her path. Unlike Fred or the kids, she never left the house and skipped town. As everyone grew up, she became harder and harder to live with. Everything blew up 6 years before our last Christmas. Her problems started becoming everyone's problems, and we all needed to have a one good evening of peace. That evening, she came home from work before anything else, staring blankly, still smelling of tobacco and alcohol. I told her to leave. Okay, this one requires us a lot of investigations, so let's take a peek. No one is to blame. She blamed herself. We don't know enough about that. Nothing happened. There was a car crash. We don't know that yet. Let's read the letter. This is a constant, so we can read this. Well, we don't know if it's constant. Hey, Kate. William and I wish you a happy holiday season. We'd really love to invite you to spend the holidays with us up in the mountain whenever you have some time. Charles, P.S. After all, it's thanks to you that we're together. So she was very supportive of Charles. Charles lived alone. I don't know. I think she knew about Charles, and I think he hid them with the postcard. He hid William from. That's my thought. So, okay. So she had. This is a no drink family. 1 month sober, 1 month sober, 2 months, and then she keeps coming back. So the most she made it was 4 months, and then she'd relapse a couple times. That's what it's looking like. Elaine competed alone. She supported... Okay, we knew about this. Thank you all so much for this award. To be honest, I never expected to end up on the podium. I mainly wanted to support my best friend and discover her world. So thank you, Elaine, for your encouragement. It really meant a lot to be able to challenge myself alongside such a great artist like you. Thanks for this wonderful experience. Well, we know that she didn't compete alone. Because I think we thought that was Kate in the photo. She would dress up as Santa. Santa never came. We probably have to address a lot of the old stuff that happened. There were 2 of us. There were 3 of us. Oh, interesting. Hold on. Is that a paint? Is that a picture from the beginning? There, yeah. See how it's ripped? Yeah, so yeah, these are the siblings. So it is ripped on the corner. So 100% there were 3 of us. He just forgot about his youngest sister. All right, so let's do it. There were 3 of us. That makes so much sense. All right. She seemed very supportive. He said there was drinking, so I think that stuff is right. Smelling of tobacco and alcohol. So I think that is correct in the fact that she was relapsing. I think that makes sense. I don't think Charles lived alone. But we don't have any evidence that... I'm gonna say that for now because it seems like she would know about it, and then he would just keep it from his dad, obviously. There was a car crash, fatal accident. This Sunday evening around 6 p.m., a driver on the A140 motorway lost her life in a road accident that blocked traffic for several hours. The incident once again highlights the shortcomings of this aging motorway. Not how I spell aging, but whatever. Where incidents have been increasing in recent months. Police are still conducting investigations to determine the cause of the tragedy. The victim's family has declined to comment. No one is to blame. She blamed herself. Let's read this. October 17th, 98. Another exhausting week. I'm really doing everything I can to find a job, but it's a real nightmare. Henry's still letting me stay at the house for free. I really don't deserve his help. I must be a burden to everyone here. I tell him every day that I'm going to get back on track, but I keep on failing. I feel like I'm lying to him all the time. I don't know what I should do. She burned it, though, but... Oh, the newspaper date? Yeah, let's take a look. That's a good idea. December 2000. Christmas Day. So December 24th. Is when she would have passed, because that's the next day's newspaper. So okay, we've got now there's 3 more that we have to fill. So there's 1, 2, and where's the other one then? Oh, the hat. Ooh, hold the phone. Hold the phone. I just had a reminder. I had a reminder. I'm gonna go back to the main atrium area. Because remember, Buddy wrote to Santa. Dear Santa, thank you for the present. I haven't seen you in so many years. Can you come say hi next time? If it was her and she dressed up as Santa, maybe he's saying Santa, it's been a few years and Tom has not seen his aunts in a while. Right? Or his... No, what would that be? Great aunt, I guess? Great aunt? Still an aunt. So I'm wondering if she did dress up as Santa and Tom was referring to his great aunt Kate. Sorry, family trees are confusing because there's a huge gap between them. It sounds like Kate was younger than Elaine and them for that matter. So it seemed like Elaine Or sorry, it seems more, let's go back to that family tree image. Just to help me like picture everything here. So I think what had happened was Fred and Henry, and then there's Kate on the other side. But Kate is probably roughly the same age as his children, Charles and Lucy. That's my thought, is they're roughly the same age, those guys. But Kate was very supportive of her sister-in-law Elaine's art, and they worked together. So the question mark next to Charles is William, because that would be his partner. And then the boy was Tom. So we don't know who dad is for Tom, but I don't think that's relevant in this story. So my thought process is something happened to her. She was Santa. She got in an accident and was killed in an accident. That's why. And I don't think she blames herself. Let's see. I might be wrong on that one, but I will try and plop that one in and see if I'm correct. Okay, let's try it. All right, so maybe she does blame herself. Let's try switching this one. Yes, sir. You discovered the missing part of the story. I told her to leave. I did what I should have a long time ago. After all, this house has no more room for strays. So that's the stray. He was kicking out his sister Kate, which led to her probably drunk driving and got killed on the motorway. That night I acted in everyone's best interest. The family's charity couldn't support her forever. She needed a wake-up call because that was Christmas Eve that had happened. We didn't know what happened. He told her to leave. She probably had an alcohol problem, drunk drive, and then got in a wreck, and she died. So, anyway, but she did feel bad for taking advantage of her older brother. You know, he was obviously letting her stay there, and she felt bad that she was abusing it by not getting clean, you know? So, but she tried, she was loved by the family. And I think a lot of things compounded. Like, she got into art, like to art and painting alongside her sister-in-law. And that was so important. So whenever Henry would like step on like his wife's art, it almost like caused a ripple effect to his sister Kate. And then the one thing that maybe could have brought Kate out of that slump and out of that like, you know, potential like abuse of these, you know, like of, you know, alcohol and whatnot, I'll bet you the art would have done so. But because Henry was so against it, it almost made it seem like it was taboo to the family. And then they both feel like they couldn't really do it anymore. But and then I don't know, maybe that's something that could have triggered it. If she just like, he was more supportive of it, maybe she would have been clean better or longer. You know what I mean? And that we wouldn't be in this situation. So that's what I'm thinking. Anyway, sorry. Kate never came back, and for 6 years we didn't celebrate Christmas, so that's why that event changed everything. When we finally gathered one last time, I let the story slip out. I told everything, and then everyone left. You must already have understood who you are and what you have done. The truth is not a beautiful thing when it ends up destroying a family, and this matter would be better off disappearing forever. You are reading these words. I regret having inflicted them upon you, but I'm counting on you to burn this notebook. You can spare the next person who reads it from this suffering. Do not answer the phone. Do not go out. Do not try to contact your family. You do not deserve to see them again. Make the right choice, Henry. So I think this is where I can choose an ending. Right now, this is an ending. So I'm going to go for the first ending, which I believe is called Mend. So one of two endings, I can answer the phone. I think the other ending, I got to take the journal and burn it in the fireplace. So we'll start with this one first.
You have a message.
The good ending, so to speak.
Hello?
Choose to repair, which ends the game. So it's very brief. So these are all like students, I believe. So it's not a solo project, mind you, but... And hopefully it'll let me load my last game, and then hopefully it'll let me save it. I thought it would maybe do something, but... Oh wow, they're showing where they got everything. These aren't Unreal assets, are they? Sketchfab, is that Unreal? I don't know. Damn, they're really crediting everything they got. Fmod and Unreal. I don't know, the game was pretty stable, I think. Didn't have too many issues. There was a couple of like textures that were loading in, but I think that was a part of it. You know what I mean? So hopefully it'll let me continue. Hopefully I don't have to redo. I know I can choose from chapter. Oh, I do have to go chapters. Okay, so let's go this one then, and we'll just get the alternate ending. So now that I know the answer, I should be able to get it really, really quickly. Right? I should be able to, you know, just go in and answer all the questions because we do know everything. So let me just quickly, so I have to open this up, enable it. There we go. So she knew. You know, she did, unfortunately. Sorry to say. She blamed herself. She couldn't stop relapsing. She needed help, man. And Charles was kind of an ass about it. Yep. I gotta make sure I plop it. She would. And it all makes sense. Once you really understand the weight of it, it's quite smart. And it really is quite heavy, isn't it? So now there you go. Do not answer the phone. Do not go out. So therefore, this is considered the bad ending. If I ignore the phone and I go straight to the fireplace and I throw it in because he was burning that shit at the beginning. You remember that when he was ripping pages out?
The biggest flaw of the human mind is that we can't quite unlearn what we know. Whatever happens in our life, our past always follows us like a shadow. The only thing we can do is let it burn and hope to live long enough to forget.
I don't know. I think it's better to mend. Life's short. There you go. There's the Vanish ending. So it just changes it. I mean, I don't agree with the Vanish ending, but I think that is all the achievements for the game. There's only 7. I think you get them for... Yep, that's all of them. So you get all the achievements for just playing through the game, tutorial, etc. And then obviously choosing 2 different options. So relatively straightforward on that one. So we ended up finishing this game in probably about 2 hours, I'd say, because we started at about 15 minutes in. So yeah, I'd say 2 hours was our time frame. It really didn't take us that long. I didn't think it was going to be that long. I was hoping it would maybe be a tad longer, because I'm not going to lie, I was vibing with that. So that was a moody game. It was Christmas themed, very much. All this stuff happened on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. So, and it's free to play. So I think that's always pretty special when that happens, when you get the free to play. So, I was hoping it would be like 3 hours long, but like I said, there's just the way things are going. So I think with that, that's a good place. We're going to split it anyway. So, one moment. Now this game, it just came out too, like I said. So there was some time for that. So it's still relatively new. And I'm going to take this time because it is a new game. I'm going to go ahead and give it a quick review. I don't think there's a whole lot that needs to be said about it. But I will say that this game, kind of a stealth release. I didn't really hear much about it up until I was searching for Christmas games that I was planning on doing for the stream, you know, Christmas themed games. I obviously didn't want to do anything super long. But I think this is kind of an interesting concept. Retracing your steps through your own journal and basically relearning the events of something that happened that split the family up, and you don't know why your family left, and the whole process of you trying to rediscover it using evidence left around your house, things that, journal entries, post-it notes, all these different things you use to try and help you remember what happened. And I feel like it's interesting because it kind of brings some awareness to dementia and how cruel dementia can be as an illness, basically reliving traumas and all these things and forgetting it the next day and feeling like it's the same thing over and over again. So it's a pretty strong message, and I think it's pretty brilliant too that it's a studio that is a student, student based. So this is like a student project. So it wasn't done for any sort of financial gain. This is a free to play game on Steam with achievement support and everything. So I think that's pretty special. They've actually put in some time and some effort to really just kind of deliver a message. And yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead now that I've summarized the game a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and talk about what I didn't like about the game. To be honest, there wasn't a lot I didn't like about the game. I think occasionally, I think the fact that the control scheme was a little jank in terms of like, it's a PC only game, but you have to play it with a keyboard and you have to play it with a gamepad. It won't work effectively. You can play it. I don't want to say you have to. You don't have to play it with a keyboard mouse, or sorry, with a gamepad. Jeez, I keep mixing it up. You don't have to play with a gamepad, but a lot of the control schemes, apparently, I've heard a lot of complaints with people trying to adjust things and they just don't work with a keyboard mouse. There's some controls you basically have to plug in. So it's made for PC, but you have to use a controller. I mean, not really a big deal for me, but some people don't have that and they exclusively play PC and keyboard mouse. So I can see how that'd be kind of restricting. And I think they just need to add a bit more support, but I feel like that is something that is relatively adjustable. Other than that, honestly, there isn't a whole lot I could say negative about the game. I feel like I'm nitpicking at this point, just because of the nature of what we're getting. Obviously, I will say that the game isn't that long, I feel like, and there's not a whole lot of replay value. So I guess if we want to give it a bit of a, like, you know, a hit there, I guess you could, in a sense. Like, you can, yeah, there's multiple endings, but technically there's no real difference other than a line of dialogue. So I wish the ending was a little bit more, each ending was a little bit more unique other than lines of dialogue. It seems a little more restricted. But I understand that's the way they did it. And obviously it's really, really easy. When you think about it, if you know the answers to this game, you can rush through this game in probably like maybe 20 minutes, honestly, if you know exactly where to go. And once you play through it once, your first time through, you are going to be like an hour and a half to 2 hours long. Second time through, I really do believe you can do a 30-minute run if you just sprint from like room to room and all that stuff, and you know exactly what to press and everything. It could, like, all the answers don't seem to change. So yeah, I feel like you can beat this relatively fast. But again, it's one of those ones that's, you're supposed to experience on your own. And it's kind of like a movie in a way, it's almost like the same as a movie. And it really does kind of set that theme that way. So, but I still feel like it could have been a tad longer. I wish there was just a little bit more to it, because the game did seem to make me feel like I was wanting more. But other than that, honestly, I don't think I could say too much bad about it. And with that in mind, let's go into what I did like about the game. Honestly, first thing I want to mention, this game is free to play. It doesn't cost you anything. It's literally an experience behind some devs who, like I said, a student project that I think is really, really awesome. And it was really designed to kind of get a story out there. This is a game that was designed to tell a story and also build awareness to something that possibly some of these devs or many people can relate to. I personally have not encountered too many family members who have suffered from dementia, but I do know family, friends, and things who have had to deal with that. And I know it's just such a sad illness, because imagine, your grandfather or your parents or whatever the case would be, someone you've known forever just starts forgetting who you are. Not any fault to themselves, but just because of this illness, someone they know, they're forgetting their own children, and they have to go around and try and relearn everything by, some guys, like I said, in this game, and we've seen other games where it did the same thing, where post-it notes were great reminders, and they're putting post-it notes everywhere, but it's still such a struggle. You can just see the slow deterioration of someone's mind, and it's just kind of a sad tale. And in this game's case, it's kind of like a traumatic experience that our character seems to have to relive over and over and over again. So in terms of a story, it's really quite meaningful and impactful, and I do believe this was a really, really solid story. It definitely made me feel, like I said, I was wanting more, and I wish there was more to it. I feel like if the game was like maybe twice as long, if it was like a 3 to 4 hour game, I think that'd be so much better. Just a few more chapters in there just to tell a little bit more of a rich story. But that's a good thing, though. I feel like based on how it was done, it was a very, very story rich. Yes, there's not a whole lot of gameplay to it. Not everyone likes a walking sim. I personally do like a story rich game. A lot of people are like, games should really emphasize on gameplay above story. I don't agree with that. I feel like if you tell a really, really strong story, the genre of game shouldn't matter. And I feel like it's just a really solid experience. Even with the style of game, even the gameplay itself, using mystery as an element is quite strong. And I don't know, I just particularly enjoyed how they did it, and how I'm basically in a new area and I have to utilize my surroundings. I have to look around at constant things that will definitely answer this question and compare it to the stuff that you have to solve. So, you know, one minute you'll be looking at, you're trying to find all the answers to these various things that are around the room, but you can't get that information without finding this information. So you look around and read dialogue, read the journal, and find out information, and then they start piggybacking each other. So information from this one that you understood, now you can answer this question, and it's just really cool how you compare it. And I thought that was actually a pretty intelligent way of doing like an investigation mystery style of game. It was not too complicated. I feel like a lot of people can figure it out and play along, but there were a lot of things like just trying to figure out the family tree, and there was a lot of questions about who was related to who and what and all this kind of stuff, like who is what, who is where. You know, it's smart, you know what I mean? It's simple and smart, and I actually liked the deductions, and I felt it was, you know, just a great way to maintain a walking simulator interest, because walking sims can be kind of boring, they could potentially be boring, and they rely like heavily on like imagery. Like a lot of times when you see a walking sim, a lot of the times it's a psychological horror where you're kind of just seeing a lot coming at you and you're trying to comprehend what you're seeing, or you're just kind of avoiding enemies at best, you know what I mean? This one has a very small space, and it utilizes the small space very well by changing it multiple times, so you don't really know which one is correct. Like, was the stair on the right, on the left? Like, all these little details might matter, which could chain the remaining events of the game. So like I said, they were very smart in using that, and I think they did a great job at like utilizing this really small space, but also not making it seem like there's no game here. You know, it's like it's too small and you can't do anything with it. So mad appreciation for that, and I enjoyed it. Like I said, free to play. There's not a whole lot you can really say bad about the game, but I will summarize regardless. You know, the game was obviously quite short. I wish it was a little bit longer, and there's not a ton of replay value, and the multiple endings that they do have, they don't really change that much aside from altering dialogue, just depending on what you think you want to say. I just wish there was just a little bit more in each of those endings, and obviously it's also really, really easy to get those endings. All that requires is the decision at the ending. It's nothing where you have to worry about like making choices throughout the game. It's just kind of like, what are you going to do now that you have all this information? What's the option? So I do wish there was a little bit more there. But on the other hand of things, the game is free to play. You still get a few hours of gameplay, a smart gameplay mechanics to make a small world feel like big and not repetitive and boring. Also with an absolutely fantastic story that is quite deep, and it really makes you feel. So there's not many games that can do that. So I'm impressed with it. So overall, I enjoyed it. But based on the game, it is very limited, so I can't really give it a perfect score, but I do feel like it deserves a pretty high score. So I think based on all these factors, you know, free to play, but having a bit of restrictions, also having great story, all that sort of thing, I think the game deserves an 8 out of 10. I definitely think it's worth your time. It's, if you like these kind of cozy, chill games, it is cozy, but it does teeter on other games as well. Like it teeters on the, I don't even know. It teeters on almost like tragedy. You know what I mean? So it's not just cozy. It looks like it, but it's you know, the juxtaposition of the, you know, like what actually happened on that day, that Christmas Eve, is quite traumatic and tragic in a way. So it makes, you got all this brightness and, you know, the joyfulness and, you know, the jolliness of Christmas, and that how the warmth of it, and it's kind of like ruined. And I feel like a lot of people feel that way around Christmas too. So it's interesting to touch that. So I think that was it was a nice little treat to play this game. So obviously I do wish it was a little bit longer. That way I could give you guys a little bit more content for the day, but that's just the way it's going to go. Either way, I enjoyed it, and I do recommend you check it out. It's a really solid title that's worth your time, especially around the holidays. It's a quick one. Obviously, now that you've seen it, I feel like there's no real reason to play it yourself other than you know, other than getting achievements for yourself. But some people like to experience things on their own, and I'm all for that. So there you go. So thank you guys so much for watching today. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to leave a like, and of course, be sure to comment your thoughts down below. I'd love to hear what you got to think about this one. If you are new to the channel, of course, make sure you subscribe, turn on those post notifications with the bell icon so you don't miss anything I put out here on the channel. Be sure to like, follow my socials as well: Facebook, X, Instagram, Snapchat, and Discord. Those are linked in the description. If you want to get yourself a shirt or hoodie of mine, there's a link in the description. Also, an embedded feature right below the stream. You can scroll down, see some goodies I have there, but ultimately just use the website for the full range of products and customization options there. Big shout out to all the sponsors, of course: DXRacer, Bones Coffee, The Ridge Wallet, Matter Have a Tattoo. I use the products daily. Check them out for yourselves with the links in the description. Be sure to use my promo code DANQ8000 to save at checkout. If you guys want to send something to my PO box, I do have an address listed in the description there as well. Anything that gets sent there will be open in a PO box, and also, will be open in a social post or a live stream. I'm sorry, and whatever makes more sense for whatever is sent that way. Okay, so check that out if you're interested. Finally, of course, be sure to check out and sign up for the Team 8000 membership program if you haven't done so yet. It does support the page immensely. There's 4 tiers, 4 price points. Entry level starts at just 99 cents. It's a cheap and easy way to get in the program that way, but across various tiers, you will get a wide variety of perks like custom badges by your name, custom emojis used in chat, exclusive video and stream access, priority in open lobbies, giveaways, discounts, and plenty more. Working our way back up through the high 18s at this point, or closing in on 18s rather, sorry, high 17s I should say. I appreciate everyone getting us to this point. I'd love to see how high we can eventually get, maybe in the new year, see where we're going. If you guys want to help us get up there, support the channel, get some cool perks, you can join that with the link in the description. There's a join button below the stream, also a section on my main channel page as well. If you want to gift those members or send super chats, you can do both of those with the $ icon that's right next to chat. Give it a click, you'll see those options there. If you are gifting members, just remember you can do 1 to 50 in a single transaction, but ultimately you can gift as many as you want through multiple transactions. All right, thank you guys so much again. Hope you have a great rest of your day, and I hope you have a great Christmas as well. Merry Christmas to everyone, and hopefully we see you in the next one very soon. Okay, thanks guys, we'll see you next time. Peace. Okay, sorry, before I go, that was just the outro for my review. Okay, I didn't want to just end it like that. I'm still in stream, I'm not gone just yet. I just wanted to actually just quickly talk to you guys before we go. I was still recording the review there, so obviously, I want to thank you guys for hanging out with me during this stream. I'm sorry this stream wasn't longer. I was planning on maybe doing a couple of games in this Christmas stream, but at the same time, I still have some content that I got to prep for, so I definitely wanted something shorter. So I am going to end it here either way. But I did want to properly give you guys a proper send off, because I am going to be taking the next few days off. I will be back on either Monday or Tuesday next week. Depending on what I want to do first, I'm either going to be doing a live stream on the Monday, or I'm going to be editing my top 5 and my top 5 best and worst games on that Monday. So it's one of those 2 days, whether it be Monday or Tuesday. It depends what you guys would rather see first. If you want me to come back and then go away for a day, I'm thinking it makes more sense to do like a Tuesday to Thursday streams, and then edit like videos on Monday and Friday. So like my best and worst games on Monday, and then my top 10 fan voted on the Friday. That's kind of what I'm thinking. So I think it makes more sense, but I don't really know just yet. I'm not really going to worry about it that much. Like I said, I do have some other gameplay for you guys, or some other videos coming up, and you're going to get shorts all day. I'm going to make all this information in a separate video too, so you can get an idea of what to expect. But I figured I'd just let you know ahead of time. I won't be here for the remainder of the week, but there will be some content posted, like I said, so just keep tabs. If you want, you can come check it out. Otherwise, I hope you guys have a fantastic holiday, and I'm ready to go on a little break, because it's been an absolutely exhausting few months, and I've been way more tired mentally and physically than I've ever been in a while. So I'm ready to just kick back and relax it. So thank you guys for watching the stream. Like I said, again, I'm sorry it's on the shorter side. I was hoping to give you at least a 3 to 4 hour stream at minimum, but this game was just a lot shorter, and honestly, I was just kind of settling on it. I don't want to say I was settling. That's not true. I wasn't settling on it, but I wanted it. I didn't want to, like, it's a new game, so it's relevant, and I wanted to kind of go, set it properly. You know what I mean? I wanted it to be just like the right mood. I feel like something short and sweet is best for this. So, I'm only coming back for the one day, and then I got to get back. I still got to edit some videos today, so I feel like I've got to get all that done. So I think it's best that I just do the shorter one anyway. So there you have it. Guys, thank you again. Have a good Christmas, and I hope to see you next week in stream. I don't exactly know what we're going to be playing yet. I had a couple ideas of a new series I want to start, because we don't really have any gameplay until like any new games until like I think the 10th of January, I think, is the first game of the year. So that does leave us with like a couple of weeks of nothingness. So I did have a couple ideas of some series I wanted to start. But I'll figure it out and let you guys know ahead of time. Otherwise, get ready for the year-end content, because it's going to be coming up fast and furious. All right. Thanks, guys. Have a good Christmas, and we'll see you next week. Have a good one, guys. Take care. Peace.